What's up, guys? Welcome back to the MontyVerse. We are live and we are here and we're doing things, everyone. What is up? Just gonna put the overlay up because Nicki forgot to do it. But we're here, guys, and we're doing things tonight.
We're doing a lot of things. We're covering a lot of topics, actually.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've gone live, so we felt like, hey, let's cover everything. Let's do a little bit of everything. So that's what we're going to do tonight.
We're definitely going to do that. And we're excited to hang out with you guys. So yeah, like with all the topics we're talking Power Rangers, as you would normally expect. But we're also talking Turtles. We're talking One Piece.
Yes, we have a lot to talk about. We're covering a large gamut of the nerd spectrum.
We are. So definitely leave us your comments, your thoughts, and also Streamlabs are always appreciated if you want to. But yeah,
we're just gonna get going. We have so much to do tonight. We're gonna get going, but we're gonna periodically check in on the comments and see what you guys have to say.
Absolutely.
But we do want to make sure we cover a lot of stuff for you guys, a lot of the things that are promised. So we'll go ahead and do that. But if you guys want to send in Streamlabs and Super Chats, we'll make sure to read those as quickly as possible. Yeah. All right. Let's jump right in. Nicki, first topic.
All right, guys. So it's on the cover, or should I say the thumbnail. We are talking Power Rangers theme songs. So as you all know, I've been watching Power Rangers for the first time. The little thing we do on the channel here. So I do my best to not get spoiled on things.
Guys, when I tell you how much I bend over backwards to try to not spoil things for this woman, and then for her, I constantly just hear her listening to like the openings of every season of Power Rangers, and I'm like, what are you doing?
It's hard.
What are you doing? She has become such a fan of this franchise that I just can't hold her back. I just can't stop her.
I mean, he can't. Now, I will say this. This actually ties a bit into our talk about our reactions and getting into season 2. But I'll just say this: for the purposes of our series, the Zordon era is my priority of not spoiling myself, because I know, like, from what I'm aware of, it's like I know that my viewing experience will be the best if I go into that stuff blind.
Yeah,
since that's a continuous storyline.
Yeah, and I mean, there's only so much I can keep from you, because now your Twitter feed has Power Ranger stuff in it. Your YouTube recommendation has Power Ranger stuff in it. So unfortunately, like, Power Rangers has spoiled things for me. Like, before I had a chance to watch Cosmic Fury, Power Rangers or Dino Fury, the Power Rangers YouTube page spoiled some big things for me for Power Rangers. So luckily, the Zordon era, Nicki is pretty much good with that. She hasn't really learned anything new that she hasn't already known.
Like, I'm aware of like characters exist, but I don't know like details about them, because if it's in the theme, it's like I might have, like, I know they exist. But
past Zordon era, I kind of gave her carte blanche to kind of learn as much about the franchise as possible, because again, she's a fan, and I don't want to stop her from enjoying this thing that we've all enjoyed for so many years. And by the time we get to like Lost Galaxy and Lightspeed Rescue, like, I'm gonna forget, because I'm making sure I don't go back and rewatch a lot of it now too, because I want to keep my reactions as real as possible when we watch again.
Absolutely. But as I was saying, as becoming a fan of it, that does involve listening to the music.
Yeah.
And it's pretty banging.
But before we jump into that, I just want to shout out everyone who's in the chat right now. So many of you guys who I see in the comments every week. So great to see you. Chris, Jabbar, Steven, Jace, Josh, Katie, all you guys. I read all your comments and I try to answer as many of you as possible, but so many returning faces that I'm so happy to see. James, what's up, James? We got a $5 super chat.
Thank you.
From the Willmeister. Thank you so much. I like your 90s turtle reaction, but I can't help but notice the 90s turtle in the thumbnail. Is that a hint at a future reaction to Shell Shock? Maybe. I guess you're going to have to stay until the end of the video.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of stuff we want to announce.
Absolutely.
But yeah, maybe.
Thank you again, Will Meister. And then also, Kate, thank you so much. Which, by the way, I never responded. Thank you so much for that very kind compliment about my hair.
Looks like fire. That was a sick comment.
That was so sweet of you. I've never bleached it before, so I appreciate that. But thank you for your comment. MMPR theme is best, but I love Zeo, Space, Time Force, and a couple others. Also, you guys rock. May the power protect you. May it protect you as well.
You as well.
And you know what? You'll have to see what we think about your taste.
Let's get right into this.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I mean, I feel like we're going to argue a lot, but who knows?
I mean, yes and no. We'll see.
It's so interesting because I've known about these for years. All of these themes. And
ooh, this looks cool.
Yeah, that does look pretty cool.
Now, I'll say this: it covers the D tier, but how many are we really good putting D?
Yeah, I mean, I know one that I want to throw in D.
I know. So my only annoyance is like I don't know what order this is, but I feel like should we do that or
it's
do you want
in random order? I mean, we could go in random order, or we can go in chronological order. It might be harder to go in chronological order.
I've learned these. I know where to go.
Okay. All right, guys.
Like, it's funny, guys. Once I felt confident, I had Monty quiz me in listing all the seasons in order, and I think I have it down pat.
Oh, just really quickly, shout out to Big J. Welcome to the channel.
Woo! Thank you so much, Big J. Welcome.
Glad to have you here, bud. And yeah, Power Rangers and Turtles. I'm a 90s. I like this, basically the whole premise of this is I'm a 90s kid, so
absolutely.
We're covering the stuff that I love.
Yeah. Well, all right.
Lennox, what's up, Lennox?
Oh yes, thank you, Lennox. Great to see you around. Okay, we've both been on tier lists before. We know these can go crazy.
Yes, they can get pretty.
So we'll try to keep it tight, but it's fun. And again, guys, leave us your comments on what you think, and if we're super wrong or if we're at stalemate, there's two of us. Maybe you guys could be the tiebreaker.
Can we just like let's not even just attempt to be nice. Let's just put the one in D that we both know.
All right. So all right, guys. So the worst one. There's no reason to. I'm sorry, y'all. I hope no. So here's the first problem. Having not seen the season, the song already sucks because it lies. Power Rangers Overdrive is the #1 team. I'm already confident that's a lie.
Guys, listen, I don't like Overdrive. I'm not an Overdrive hater like some people in the community are that overhate the series. Like there's things that I like about it. Like I think I like Mac as a character and I like the arc that he goes under. Obviously, you don't know what I'm talking about,
right,
but this theme song is terrible. Compared to the other ones, it feels so out of place.
So, like, you were in the room with me the first time I also listened to it. I'm just like, what am I listening? It doesn't help that, like, the sequence of clips look kind of awkward. Like, especially there's some treasure to be found. There's some lot. Like, and that's the other thing. I'm not against rapping and themes. The lyrics are just so, like, they're so, oof.
Yeah, like it's cringe rap.
Yeah, 5 fingers pointing to the sky and 5... And for all I know, maybe that ties into the plot, but
yeah, there's 5 of them.
Yeah, so y'all, I'm sorry. Just no.
Listen, no. Why are we justifying this? It's D. It's bad. It's D.
Now, for what it's worth, I don't see this moving, but by the end, if there's one that we're like feel a little bit different, we can always shift whenever.
Okay.
So,
but before that, gotta shout out Kate. Kate, thank you again for the $2 super chat. That's true.
I can believe that.
That is true, and we may cover that later.
Ooh.
But you pick the next one. Go ahead. This is your list. You run this list.
Well, I was gonna say, okay. Since we're already let's do it. Let's do it chronological. Okay. I mean, I feel like this is too easy.
It's iconic. To this day, it's still iconic.
It is.
It's not a nostalgia thing. I just think it's really, really good.
And for me, I can easily say it's not a nostalgia thing. I have no connection to it.
Yeah, you have no nostalgic. This is why this is going to be an interesting list. You have no nostalgic, Kate, listen, I wish we had just like the poop emoji tier.
I mean, we could
put Overdrive in.
I think we can actually create that. Add row below.
I feel like we're just being mean now.
Yeah, you're right. Well, we can add it later if we absolutely need to. So, oh no.
Oh no, you got to bring it down. You got to bring new down. New and then down again. All right, we're back.
All right, I'll just delete this for now.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, getting back to the OG theme. What also, as someone who's new to this franchise, I just think it's a genuinely great song. I would not have otherwise, I can't lie about this. And I think what helps it, honestly, is the full version is such a banging, song in general, independent of it being a theme.
I mean, it's a song that you constantly get. You hear multiple throughout my life. I've heard tons of different guitarists play the riff from this song. It's so iconic and so good, and it just proves that how epic the music in original Power Ranger Mighty Morphin was. But yeah, there's there's no denying this has to be S tier. It's iconic.
It is. So I think we're in agreement about that. Here's where I think it gets tough right away though. Freaking Zeo.
Zeo's S for me.
It's S, but here's the thing. I think there's an argument for it to be ahead of original.
I mean, you can make that argument. I'm not going to because I don't think it is.
I mean,
I think Zeo deserves to be in S tier because one, it has to follow up the iconic, the classic banger that is Go-Go Power Rangers.
Yeah. First of all, just the opening line, it's so simple, but stronger than before.
Like it's so good.
And
it tells you everything you need to know. Like, yeah, these are Power Rangers, but they're stronger than before.
And probably one of the most memorable parts is it's when they credit Johnny and it goes if you I don't know. It's after they go
I love it. It definitely, what makes it so great is that it's a sequel song to MMPR, to Go-Go Power Rangers for the sequel series. So it works perfectly in every aspect. And from every design, everything that it was designed to do, it perfectly lands.
Yeah. So, so I think there's an argument, but I'm happy with it just below original. Also, Will Meister, $10. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I don't like Overdrive. Don't worry, you're not alone. But I'm a former Make-A-Wish kid, so when it comes to a particular Ranger, I still get pissed. However, I don't hate the Overdrive theme song. It's not the worst.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling better, and I hope everything's working out for you in the best way possible. And I'm sorry to hear that. And we won't really touch on. I feel like I've told you this in passing before about what happened at a Power Morphicon when it was with a member of the Overdrive crew.
I think you did tell me that.
But yeah, it's pretty messed up, and I don't know. I don't know the resolution of that, but yeah, it's not great.
It's not.
But anyway,
but thankfully there's a lot of positivity in Power Rangers.
Yes, there's a lot of positivity.
Absolutely. So coming after Zeo, we have if I can find the logo for it.
Right there. It's right next to the Wild Force.
Oh, I'm dumb. Anyway, okay. Turbo. I think this is a solid song. It's a step down, but I don't think it's bad. Do you know what I think doesn't help it? One of my favorite parts of it is not in the TV version, it's in the full version, the doon 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 doon. But that's not in the actual theme song sequence. So
is it not?
No, because they immediately go into shift into turbo go. Man, I hope we don't get claimed from all my singing.
No, I hope we don't either. But what I'm trying to figure out is I do like Turbo. I do think it's really good. But I'm trying to figure out we have so many other good ones.
I mean, that's the thing. We'll go back and we can rearrange. But I think it's a solid one. I think it's absolutely inferior to Zeo and the original, but I think it's
still really good.
It's really good. And it's catchy.
And it's one of those songs that Kate had mentioned that's better than the series itself. I think the Turbo theme transcends, especially the first half of Turbo. I like the second half of Turbo. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Zero. I actually want to say I agree with that. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly. Neil or Niall Stenson, who is a cover artist who does a lot of covers on the guitar. He has covers of every single Power Rangers theme, and it sounds amazing. Some of them sound even better instrumental. The turbo instrumental is great. Yeah. I just want to shout out to Testing Limits and Andrew in the chat. Woo! What's up, guys? Also Tyler. Tyler, where's Tyler at? Nice. Oh, there he is. What's up, Tyler? I didn't see you, bud. Oh, man, but thank you all again so much. Yeah, Michael, I see what you're saying, and we might move it down, but we're taking it one at a time right now. Yeah. Things are not set in stone. We should say that, except for Overdrive. That's set in stone. Yep. Okay. We're on a good roll right now. So, In Space. I mean, this is easy for me. That's so good. And this is why I'm worried, because I know. In Space is really good. It's so good. And it's out of the first three, it feels like it's a little more of a departure. It's still in the same vein, but it's cool. And I like the countdown in the beginning. The countdown fits In Space so perfectly. I know. And I know I keep mentioning this a lot, but the full version of In Space has the awesome line, Long live the Power Rangers in
You gotta
space.
stop singing. I don't want to get claimed on this video because you're singing.
All right, I'll speak them. I'll
speak them,
All right,
please.
I'll speak them or like hum for like.
I don't
1
want.
second.
Listen, we have to deal with censorship enough and copyright enough on this channel. So.
I hope we're still streaming, guys. I'm gonna check right now.
If the stream goes down, let us know.
All right, but anyway,
it's epic. It's this perfect operatic space rock song to perfectly define the space opera season. Epic for an epic conclusion to what was supposed to be or potentially could have been the original ending of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So they left it all on the table, not only in the writing, the acting, the series itself, but in this theme song. In space, for me, is definitely S.
Yeah, so I think we're full agreement. All right, here's where it might start getting a teeny bit contentious. I don't think it's going to be drastic yet, but I think I know where you stand on this. Okay, Lost Galaxy.
That really?
Okay, here, let me be clear. This song is awesome.
It is good.
And it grew on me because initially, like, it got better the more I listened to it.
This tier list is going to suck because unlike other tier lists we have done, I think the majority of the songs here are good.
Yes, and I agree with that. Like, very few are Overdrive, like, I dislike.
Yeah.
It's a nitpick, but because we have to, like, find a way to rank them, my nitpick with Lost Galaxy is I hate how it ends on that same Power Rangers Galaxy that opens it, because the first several times I listened to it, I got confused. Like, did it start over again? And I didn't realize, because it feels like a weird way. It's like so fast and epic, and that's the worst note to end it on. Is like, okay, let's slow down again.
Yeah, I think Lost Galaxy deserves to be high in the tier list because it defines its season. This theme song is a departure from the other. The other theme songs were very clearly like super rock heavy. Themes, and this one veers into pop at some points.
A little bit, but I think it's kind of similar in like vibe to In Space. Like we're gonna get to this, but I feel like there's some others that are far bigger departures.
Yeah, but this is like, because remember, I remember you haven't watched it yet, but Lost Galaxy is a departure, but it's not really a departure. So the theme song is a departure, but it's not really a departure, and I think it does a really good job of enveloping the like essence of the show.
Yeah, and no, let me be clear, and I think
and Michael's right. The harmonies are sick. I
know. I'll try not to sing. Da 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 da. And I'll stop.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, like
Lost Galaxy.
Oh man, 2 in a row. Like, oh man, Will Meister, thank you so much. A lot of memories of Zeo. I did a ranking myself, and I believe I also put Zeo in the S ranking. Good choice. I had Space and Turbo swapped.
That's fair.
Ooh, and also Lost Galaxy, like the show itself, is S tier. I think there was an argument for it to be S tier.
You're not wrong, Will.
Yeah.
An argument could be made for any of these themes. I think they're all good. I think these 5 in the S and A tier right now are all good and could all potentially end up in the S tier.
Oh,
we could move them up depending on where we rank the other ones.
And I think there's a very good argument that they are the top 5.
Yeah.
Like, there's a good... I don't know offhand, like, what it's going to be, which, not to spoil my opinion too much, but I also don't think that's a hot take. But, no, I think, Will, your takes are very good. And then, Kate, thank you so much. I love that you play full video of each episode, but curious how you don't get copyright claim as most shows you can't.
Well, we lower the screen and the volume. So
yeah,
we're really all about, we don't want to infringe on like copyrights. We're not looking for our videos to be a way for other people to watch the show. We want it's more of a commentary track. Like we're giving our commentary on the episode, so it falls under fair use because and that's why I don't like when people complain that we talk too much. It's like if we don't talk, then you're just watching the episode. And if you look at our video descriptions for every Power Ranger episode, I link each episode that we're covering, the YouTube link to that episode, I put in my description. So I really want to drive the traffic to the Power Ranger YouTube channel, and I want to support Toei and Power Rangers and Hasbro. So we're, like I said, we're really just a commentary track.
Absolutely, and that's the biggest thing to where, and not, by all means, there's probably times where maybe we make corny jokes.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's for fun, and again, like, we're making an experience. It's not supposed to be the same experience as watching the show proper.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I hope that answers your question. And then there are some videos that like I just eat the claim just to give you guys a better viewing experience, like the pilot. Like I didn't lower the volume, and it did get claimed, but they just took the profit of the video. So
Absolutely.
that was for you guys.
Oh, it's funny that Lewis says Lightspeed is fairly lame because that's up next.
Oof. And Uncle Brian, what's up, bud? You can kind of see we didn't really talk about anything really. We kind of started with the tier list because I thought it would be a good way to let people funnel in and they could see kind of what's going on. So you didn't miss anything yet, bud.
All right, this is generous, but I don't think it's bad. I think it's just underwhelming with everything that came before it. And I don't re-listen to this like the others.
That's fair. I mean, this is an example of a series that is better than its theme.
Yeah,
I think. I'm a big Lightspeed Rescue fan. It's probably one of my favorites, and I think it's underrated. I think people underrate that series. But yeah, its theme song is kind of mid. And I kind of agree.
And here's the thing, like, even something like Overdrive, like, by the way, I don't think is 100% garbage. There's something memorable in most of the themes. There's not that moment in Lightspeed that I feel like the theme, not the show, the theme. So that's us. Who knows? Maybe it'll go lower. But moving on to one that I know we both love. This is hard.
Time Force is really.
Here's the thing, though. It's like, what do I do? Time Force is like, I feel. Here's the thing. It's been known that I've watched all of Time Force, so part of me is like very used to the song now. But Time Force.
It's so hard because Time Force is a beloved series, and I've rewatched it so many times, and I don't know if it's the series influencing my mind on the theme song. I love this theme song.
Yeah.
And this theme song might have to be S tier.
Ooh, I mean, I can do that. But over in space, wait,
No, I think low S.
Okay, that's fair.
I could see this being an S tier. It's just, it's crazy. I really love the theme.
Time for
the racing through another time. Okay, that's enough.
I was gonna say, if I can't sing, you definitely can.
You're right. I'm breaking my rule, guys.
But I'm with you. It's fantastic. It's definitely one of the best. And it's.
I'm so glad that you guys in the comments are. I'm so glad that it wasn't the Mandela. I wasn't like brainwashing myself, and that you're all agreeing. Because I do think it's a pretty sick.
Well, except Jay's.
Listen, but this is why it's opinion. It's our opinion. So you guys could definitely. We're open to having you guys give your opinion. We love to see your opinions, but yeah, I think for me, Time Force is definitely S.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Wild Force. Now I feel like we're kind of getting into like a trend of ones that are good, but definitely a step down.
For me, I think, I was gonna say B. It's pretty mid.
It's mid, but it's definitely better than Lightspeed.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's a little generic-y for me.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's weird because this is one of the few ones where I think the verse is better than the chorus. Like, Power Rangers climbing higher. Like that part like hits harder than the actual chorus to me, which is super weird. So it was very like rock music of the time. Yeah, early 2000s.
Yeah, like if that's what that chorus felt like to me. And it's fine. Like I like the little growl. I like the little row. Like the little,
oh yeah, row.
The little like row.
Or like the eagle. Like
yeah,
like they go in for the theme.
Imagine we get claimed for doing an eagle caw.
I don't even want to think about that. Okay, this one's tough.
Ninja Storm. I really like Ninja Storm.
I like it a lot too. Do I like it? Here's the thing. I think the Go Power Rangers Go. Like
I think that should be an A.
You're right. I can do that.
I think that could be low A because I really like.
By the way, this is a great question from Kate. By the way, I apologize for not pulling up more comments.
Yeah, guys, we'll like as the video goes on, we'll definitely pull up more of your comments. But right now, we're focusing on the tier list. So if we see ones we like, we'll pull them up. If there are super chats or Streamlabs, we'll pull them up.
Yeah, if I miss any, please, it's definitely nothing on you guys. We're just like multitasking as we do this.
Yeah. So at the end of the video, like if you have like a really burning question you want to ask, we'll save some time to just talk to you guys directly and pick up on a lot of stuff.
Absolutely. So, Nicki, who in Mighty Morphin or Time Force is your favorite? Maybe it's generic, but I love Kim. Kim is the best to
Nicki
me.
has a really big affectation for Kimberly.
Yes. And in Time Force, I know the easy answer is Jen, but I really liked Wes in there.
See,
like,
Jen's not your type. See, Jen's like, and when I say not your type, I mean like type of person that I think you're drawn to.
Oh yeah.
She's too much of a hard ass for you.
Oh yeah, like that's another conversation we could have.
Like you can't see yourself in Jen. Like you can see yourself in Kim. You can't see yourself at all in Jen.
Yes.
Whereas I think you could see yourself in Wes. I think Wes is a very relatable character in that way. I think that's why a lot of people love him.
I love Wes. Wes is like, I love Eric too, but Wes is probably like, I just rooted for him so much in every episode.
Yeah.
It's gonna get contentious right now, guys. So I apologize.
S.
That's what I would do. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe it's because I haven't seen the show yet. And because I'm starting to wonder if people are just biased towards the show. This is a very fine, but
it's
not
such an epic theme, though. Did you like the words too? Like not just the melody, not just the song itself, but like the lyrics. Like
yeah, but the thing is, like, they're so quiet most of the time. Like, am I listening to a different song? The only part of this song that like really
there's a light in the distance.
The lyrics
I see it coming closer.
Okay. That's cool.
With the force of I'm gonna get claimed. I gotta stop.
You gotta stop. Okay. My favorite part of the song is the da 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 da. Like that part is cool to me, and they do it so many times. But like Power Rangers roar, like it's fine.
That opening is so like the first sentence of dialogue is so sick.
It's fine. I think it doesn't help. Like it has the corniest animated dinosaur walk.
Oh, come on. You see, this is your problem. You have this bias against the CGI Zords. And I think it's starting to affect your...
Well, no, that's a very small part. But I'm just saying...
Come on. How sick is it? Like the light in the distance, and then it's the Rangers in the dark, like walking forward, like at night.
By the way, real quick, to get away from this argument,
okay,
Will Meister... I had Lightspeed Rescue as A and Time Force as B. It's one of the better shows, but the theme is mid to me. I might only like those 2 episodes of Wild Force, but I admit the theme is B tier. I don't think those are unreasonable takes at all.
Those aren't unreasonable takes either. Like I said, just because we put something on one of the lower tiers doesn't mean we don't like it. Like,
yeah,
because this is like a Sophie's Choice. Everything is so good here.
Yeah, it's almost like besides Overdrive, everything else is there might not even be a big C tier, honestly.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here, so I don't think that's unreasonable.
No, but okay, since this is our first major disagreement, where would you put this?
I would probably put it at the beginning of A.
Oof, I'm not putting this.
All right, well, you got to put it before Ninja Storm.
Yeah,
I think we could agree that.
Well, I was gonna say, do you want it over Turbo?
Yeah.
I'll do that
because like you're really excited about this. I won't fight you too hard because you know I can.
Yeah.
You know I can take you to the man on this one.
By the way, guys, I'm afraid like we're yelling a lot now because we're excited.
Let us know how our volume is. Let us know if we're screaming in the chat.
But here's the thing: I get why people like it, and given how much because I've seen other people's tier lists, and this is always like an S tier, which I'm like, come on.
Because it is. I think it's an S tier.
So
but I knew you would never give it.
So wait.
I would put this low S.
Behind Time Force.
Yeah. Maybe before Time Force. See, are we talking themes or are we talking about the openings? Because I think the opening works so well with this theme.
So here's the thing. It's like, I know I've kind of been a hypocrite already. I was mostly thinking the song.
Okay.
So...
Fair enough.
But like, if there's something about the opening that like really impacts it, I think that's fair to bring up.
I really like the look of this opening. Plus, and then you get like the epic reveal of like Tommy's back and like.
Well, yeah, but again, I guess for me, it's like because I'm not ever gonna have that like shocking experience. Like, and I think it's cool that he comes back, but it's never gonna be like, oh my god. Anyway.
Whatever.
All right, moving on. Okay, SPD is freaking cool.
I love SPD. I like SPD as a series and I like SPD as a theme. I would probably put this before Lost Galaxy. Guess what, guys? Spoiler alert. I love the Disney themes for the most part. I think they're pretty fire.
I love this. And I do want to say, like, just because I think it's so cool, I do love in the opening, like, it's so corny, but like the animation of like their silhouettes over like the animated background. I love that.
Yeah.
But this is a catchy and like really hard faceting. Like I just love the tempo of it. Bam, bam.
Yeah, it's really good. It's different. It's very different. I think the sound as well as the opening itself fit the series so well, which I think is really important to me.
Yeah.
And it's one that, like a lot of these I have a hard time recalling in my head. And I'm also basing this on which ones we pull up, and I could instantly hear the song in my head.
Yeah.
SPD is definitely one of those. Like you instantly hear the SPD emergency.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and yeah, it's definitely pretty high for me.
No, definitely. All right, I think we're getting to another contentious one. Mystic Force. This is easily.
What? You're out of your mind.
No,
You're out of your mind.
This is awesome.
I can't even look at you right now.
Well, it's not an S. At least it's not freaking an S.
It's not an S. I think it's lower.
But here's the thing. First of all, it's the first theme that like really does something different. And I think it deserves a little credit for that. But like, I love the mysticism. And this is one of those weird cases where it starts out like with the mystical feel, but then it has like more of like the hip hop like tone to it as the singer comes in. And I think that meshes shockingly well to me. Like my only thing that I don't like about this theme is, and this is like a very music nerd type thing, is in the chorus, it's like music is normally in fours and like it ends like one line too short, and that throws me off. Otherwise, I think it's awesome. All right, be honest, where would you put it?
I'd probably put it low B.
All right, that's not unreasonable.
Listen, I can do that for you. Like I'll put Mystic Force. Like you don't have to put it that low, but we got to put.
Well, no, we have to be fair. We have to meet in the middle.
Yeah, but you know what? This is where I want you to really drive this. I really want you to drive this because I don't want to put my name on this. Because Mystic Force is so high. No, don't do that to appease me.
No.
Well, we got to reshuffle a little bit because I don't like the shape.
But tell me what you don't like about it.
Well, it's stupid.
There's a lot of stuff in Power Rangers that is stupid, though.
It's just a little too different for me. I just don't like the little. It fits the series very well, but I just don't like the song. And I also don't like the series.
I'm actually, believe it or not, be Smokey, I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan. I read 3 books.
It's 3 more than I read of the Harry Potter books.
And by the way, I do like them, and I do think I do enjoy magic as a theme. Like, I think, because I actually had heard of Mighty Ranger before I'd heard of Mystic Force, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Not that I ever watched it, but I mean, we'll rearrange it, but anyway, I
feel like we have to drop Lost Galaxy now.
Which makes you drop it where?
Like low. I feel like we're gonna have to drop it to B. I don't know.
Wait, what?
I don't know. I feel like I underestimated how much I love the Disney songs.
Wow.
Because there's way too many in A right now.
That's what I'm thinking, which is why it's like I'm willing to do this because I'd rather fight for Lost Galaxy than Mystic Force.
Fine. Like, listen, as long as you're willing to fight for Lost Galaxy more than Mystic Force, but I feel like we can't have both.
Anyway, thank you again, Will Meister, so much. Ninja Storm is B. Dino Thunder is whoa. Now that's even hotter than me.
You and Nick, you're on the same page with that.
SPD is the first return of Ron Wasserman. I'm with Monty B tier, but not above Lost Galaxy, which I agree. Mystic Force is low B for me. Aside from Dino Thunder, because even that's low for me, I don't disagree with your takes.
See, this is the I just just another disclaimer. I don't want anyone's feelings to get hurt because no matter how low these songs are, we do like if it's in the D tier, we don't like it.
Yeah.
But anything above that, we do like.
Yeah.
It's just how do you rank things that are so good?
And like I know we almost added an F tier. I also am okay not having an F tier because I don't think Overdrive is 100% garbage song.
I wish we could put like half of these in S tier, but we can't.
Yeah.
Because that's just not how this works. We have to be unbiased.
I mean, this is all.
No, never mind. It's where we have to be fair. We have to be geometrically fair.
We have to have a great shape.
Yeah.
Okay, so we already talked about Overdrive out. Okay, so here's what's so funny about Jungle Fury, because I obviously listened to them in order. I initially thought this was so great because it came after Overdrive, but upon re-listening, it's so like
good. I love it.
Really?
Here comes
the Power Rangers,
Jungle Fury.
Stop singing. But I do want to say it. I do love that line. But otherwise, I feel like this is a very basic song.
I obviously like it more than Mystic Force.
Where would you put it?
I don't like it more than Ninja Storm. Ninja Storm slaps.
Yeah. I mean, I can do this because I do like it. I just think it's kind of, and I think that's probably the point, is it's not as hard hitting as the others.
Yeah, it's very fun. It's very poppy.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing that really like. It's very good,
Mm-hmm.
but again, there's nothing like super significant that like. A lot of these things have epic, like riffs or lyrics or something that I could latch onto. Jungle Fury, I think, is just really fun and lighthearted, and I think for me, it represents one of my favorite Rangers, which is RJ, and I latch on to that.
Yeah, I think we're all gonna have another disagreement soon, but not in the way we're expecting. Okay, I would be doing.
I don't like it.
Really?
I hate this theme. I would put this in C.
Oh no.
We have to put something in C. You're being so.
I'll put light speed before I put RPM.
We'll put light speed in C because we got to start messing with this.
But what, you hate it?
I think the best part of the RPM opening is Dr. K addressing the people or just addressing the audience, like the Dome City of Corn. Like that to me is the best part. Like I don't like the Power Rangers RPM. For me, I just think it's so inferior to how great the series is. It just feels so jarring.
I think I like now here's the thing. Do I like the lyrical parts? No. I think like that part is so, when they're like fighting and then doing the initial more.
Yeah, but like it just, you can't not address the lyrics and the rhythm and
but like I still think but I also don't even necessarily dislike the lyrics. I just I'm surprised.
I think it's jarring to me to watch it.
Thank you again, Will Meister, for the $10. Nikki read 2 more Harry Potter books than I did, and I saw the first movie in theaters. The only thing it gave me was my longtime crush on Emma Watson.
Good.
Totally understand that. I didn't see the first one in theaters. I saw it on VHS. But
I saw one Harry Potter movie in theaters, and it was The Deathly Hallows Part 2. Just so I could see the trailer for The Dark Knight Rises before it.
Oh, man. Okay, so you would put... worth it. You would put this below all of them, just above Overdrive.
I'd put it above Lightspeed Rescue. I'd put it above Wild Force.
I'll even put do you like it less than Mystic Force?
No.
That's crazy.
I like it more than I like it.
That's for how much you don't
I like RPM more than Mystic Force.
Oh, I'll do that then. That's fine. All right, that's fine for now.
I think it's so, like, you get that cool opening monologue or narration from Dr. K, and then it cuts to this weird, like, janky theme song. It's just so jarring for me.
That's fair. All right, now we're getting into the ones that people often make their own tier for because they're the same. Here's what's hard about this is obviously there's absolutely no originality.
No.
But would I still listen to this over the worst ones?
Yeah, here's how we have to talk about this one. Does it slap? Yes.
Yes.
Is it just a modern, updated version of Go-Go Power Rangers, but they say Samurai instead? Yes, and I think that to me should make it low. Like, does it slap more than some of these other ones? Yes, but it doesn't do anything.
It doesn't. I mean, I'll say this: I do like the da 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 da. Like that is a cool riff.
That's Go-Go Power Rangers.
No. It's slightly different from what they do. It's like
they pitch it up.
It's not pitch up. It's an actual different riff. Like in the chorus.
I don't think it deserves to be above any of those. And I understand why people will put it above there, but for me, the first time I listened to that, I'm like, this is not one. The song lacks any originality, and 2, the opening lacks any sort of originality. It's terrible.
And that's the thing. It's where it's like, I will be the first to say, I will probably listen to this over the ones I have, the other lower ones, but I'm not mad about this because I think that's what it deserves.
Listen, is this a good song? Yes. I don't find if I wanted to listen to this, I would listen to the original YouTuber's updated version of the original because they deserve my listen more than this song does. And if I swear to God, if I have to hear the Neo Saban era constantly saying their names during the opening,
and they try and make them sound epic,
those are so terrible. Those to me like bring down the opening so much.
Oh, I know. Speaking of people who bring down things, so here's like which do you? This is a question.
Samurai is better than Megaforce. I think because with
Power Rangers,
because at least with Samurai, like it was like, okay, maybe they're doing this because Power Rangers hadn't been active for a couple of years. They were relaunching the franchise. Saban had the rights back. It was a big anniversary. It was coming up on a big anniversary year for Power Rangers, the 20th anniversary. So in our minds, us as the audience watching that was like, okay, they're just nostalgia baiting us, no problem.
And then they did it again.
And then they did it again with Megaforce, and it's even worse. And get the heck out of here, bud.
Yeah. I'll say this. I think Samurai Forever is a little bit of a lamer saying, but the way
Listen, if you want to put Megaforce before Samurai, go for it. I could care less either way.
I mean, I don't care either.
I would honestly, I feel bad for putting Overdrive up below these.
I don't.
Because at least Overdrive took a shot. Did they miss? Yes.
Yeah.
But at least they took a shot.
Yeah, but this is... Here's the thing. The lows of Overdrive are lower than the lows of Megaforce and Samurai. I mean, we can go back. We can go back. All right. All right, here we go. Dino Charge. Now, I actually enjoy this thoroughly. Is that too high for you?
No, that's fine.
I
think that's fair.
So, Dino Charge, I think... What era are we in? Because I don't know.
We're in Neo Saban.
I think this is the best Neo Saban opening, easily.
Yeah.
Because... Go ahead.
No. No.
I was going to say, first of all, the beginning of it is so epic and hard-hitting. I freaking love that. And this is one where the lyrics, I think, are genuinely great. Now, it does retread Go-Go Power Rangers, which does bring it down.
Yeah.
I overall do enjoy this, though.
Yeah, I really have. It's so weird. I watched Dino Charge as it was airing with my nephew, with my godson, when he was younger. And I have no feelings toward this theme song at all. Like, I have some of my favorite Rangers are Dino Charge Rangers. But, like, for me, it's just, like, whatever.
I think that's fair. Again, I'm biased because I've listened to all of them more recently.
Yeah.
And again, considering what's around it, it sticks out for...
Yeah, I'm so glad that we got to Neo Saban because I was getting worried that the list was very top heavy.
Oh no, I knew. Like I said, I'm. If the first 5 were the top 5, I would not have been just surprised or disappointed. So, but yeah, I enjoy it though. Will Meister, thank you again so much. Jungle Fury is D tier. RPM is low C. Also, I named my D tier Dulce. Monty be cool like she is. After her, I don't know who that is. I've heard the name. I don't know what.
You'll find out soon. Sooner rather than later, you'll find out who Dulce is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Samurai's theme's novelty wore off quick, like the show theme is D tier.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I liked it the first time I heard it, and then hearing them go, Jaden,
Mia. Well, no. Here's the funny part: is when I've mocked. This is a true story. I was once mocking it to Monty, and I was like, Troy, and he's like, too much emotion. I was like, sorry.
Too much emotion. You're gonna be like, Troy.
which by the way, I feel bad because Andrew Gray, like from a couple of panels I watched, seems very
Andrew Gray is so charismatic. I don't know what these people did to these actors. Like, they must have told them, like, no, tone it down. You guys tone it down.
Yeah.
Like, just let them be charismatic. Like, what's wrong with you? Andrew's great.
Oh my gosh. All right. Here's the one that's just a meme. Oh man.
I would put this higher just because it was so much fun when this song first came out. Just to say dun, 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 and then just like end the sentence with Ninja Steel.
Well, no, I thought you were going there.
No, it's
Ninja
like
Steel.
I'm gonna go to the kitchen, Ninja Steel.
So here's what's actually kind of sad is Ninja Steel, like, instrumentally starts kind of cool. Like, it has almost that same epic tone of Dino Charge, and then as soon as they start singing. Because the problem is it's so fast, and it's like I've listened to these songs so much, I don't know what the heck those lyrics are because I'm just like am so tuned out.
It's just I like the meme, and I feel like for the meme's sake, we have to move Lightspeed Rescue down.
In front or behind?
Behind Ninja Steel.
All right, I'm fine. I don't care. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, memes, guys. I like memes. Fun fact.
All right, so now we're into Hasbro.
Well, yeah, the Hasbro era, which is very technically Ninja Steel was like
half,
just like Beast Morphers. Like it was Hasbro, but they were still under contract
with Saban.
with Saban.
All right, I feel like this could be a bit of a hot take. I actually am surprised by how much I enjoy this.
I think it's cool. I think it's a cool theme.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. I would put it above RPM.
Okay, I can do that because now what's so hard. What I think it like kind of does Beast Morphers and Dino Fury a disservice is they're both very short and they both don't have a lot of lyrics and they both use Go-Go Power Rangers, so it doesn't help. But I think Beast Morphers, like, I think the electronic tones of it are cool. I think for justice we fight with Beast Morphin. Like, that's cool to me.
It is really cool.
So,
you're reminding me how much I like it. Put it above Jungle Fury.
I'm happy to do that.
It is very good.
The first few times there have been times where I'm like, this feels a little derivative, but I'm like, you know what? I enjoy it. Uncle Brian, thank you so much. This is just me, but Beast Morphers is basically Power Rangers Beast Morphers.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, they do got transforming robotic animals, so
they do.
You're not wrong.
But you know what? Solid. I think it's fun.
I think that's good.
All right.
Oof.
I can't believe we're at the end.
I mean, we've been doing this for an hour almost.
Not quite. Actually, I'm surprised it hasn't been longer.
Listen. We usually fight more when we do these tier lists.
Oh hell yes. All right. Here's this.
Listen, this is gonna ruffle feathers.
Go ahead.
In the comments, but this is A for me.
Oh hell no! I think this is not.
I like Dino Fury's theme. I like the theme and I like the opening.
Oh, the opening is great. By the way, there's so many topics about how Power Rangers we could do tier lists for, and I was gonna say a lot of the visuals of Dino Fury are great. And here's what's sad is I think because I'm biased because we like the show so much.
I like the opening.
And I like it, but the more I re-listen to it, it's not that it's bad. There's just others that are so much better.
Evolution. Revolution.
I don't think that's better than For Justice We Fight.
Okay, well, you didn't really fight for Beast Morphers then hard.
I didn't think you were going to be that positive on it, so I was just happy.
I like them both. Listen, I like the Hasbro stuff. I like a lot of what Hasbro did with Power Rangers.
That's fair, but man. But now, okay, where would you put it though? Because I also don't. It's one where it's like I don't have very strong feelings, so I'm also very open.
I'd probably put it there.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like I'm not even angry if you wanted to put it a little higher, but I'm fine with it there.
I feel like Beast Morphers needs to be above Dino Charge.
Yeah. Depending on my mood, I might like Dino Charge more sometimes, but I think Beast Morphers is really good. Anyway, so here's what
it's in pretty good shape.
It's not bad shape. The only thing is you actually want to put Samurai Megaforce below Overdrive.
Yeah, I think they deserve to be punished.
Man, after all the times we've shit on Overdrive, though.
You're right. We can't do it for the meme, but I feel like having them on a tier all to themselves, people will know. I feel bad for Ninja Steel, though. I think Ninja Steel as a meme, deserves better than that, but what are you going to do?
Anyway, so anything on here that you're like, what were we thinking? Anyone in the comments want to like really argue?
You know what? I don't think we're too far off of like. I think there are obviously ones that people hold closer to their hearts than we do.
AKA Dino Thunder.
AKA Dino Thunder, and for me, Dino Fury. I think I'm a lot higher than Dino Fury than most people are.
I'm sure you are.
I like that guitar riff in the song. That like almost like distorted version of Go-Go Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Like guitar riff. I really like that.
Mm-hmm. Will Meister, thank you.
No, Kate above.
Kate, sorry, guys. Multitasking. Kate, thank you so much. Has anyone ever rated the logos themselves based on how cool they look or fitting for a
No.
I actually don't think I've seen that, but that's a great idea.
That's a good idea, Kate, and that's definitely because we're trying to do more Power Ranger content because it is Power Month. And I think the last couple of weeks of August, we're going to gear up and give you guys a lot more Power Ranger content, but that's definitely something we could do.
Trust me.
In the interim.
Trust me, there's when it comes to the aesthetics of Power Rangers, we have had a lot of conversations about this.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of opinions.
Nicki's got opinions, guys. Be careful.
I know. And then what's actually sad is like I'll go online and I'll like again as much trying to not spoil as much as I can. I see what like the general consensus are, and I'll be like, Monty, what do you think of this? Monty, is this right? Like, blah, blah, blah.
You guys may find Nicki on the Power Ranger Reddit one day. Who knows?
And Woolmeister, thank you again. I got so tired of Megaforce's theme. It's D tier. Ninja Steel is high C. I love Beast Morphers theme for the most part. High B. Dino Fury is high B. I think again, all really solid.
You're pretty close to where we have it. I mean, pretty much where we are. Oh man, the Batman's in here. Robert Pattinson?
Oh no.
I didn't know you were a fan of the channel.
Yeah.
Just joking.
The fact that Michael, come on, SPD is awesome. Now here's the thing.
SPD is great.
I will say, I
will not stand for SPD slander.
I'll say this. I think there's an argument for it to be at least below Lost Galaxy.
Yeah.
And I could even understand why people like Dino Thunder more than it.
Me personally, I'd put Dino Thunder ahead of it, but because I feel like every time I say something, you just immediately give in to me. Like you fought to have Dino Thunder lower, and yet somehow I got it to third in the A tier. You had it like in the bottom of the B tier.
Fine. I also like to please people.
I know, which is problematic, but you know.
Okay.
Listen, Michael, I would agree with you. I'd put Dino Thunder ahead of it, but Nicki really does not like Dino Thunder, so we're compromising.
Well, but here's where I'm struggling.
Okay, where are you struggling? Let me know.
I would be willing to put Dino Thunder over SPD, but not Lost Galaxy. So,
I think they're both better
than Lost Galaxy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where I think we struggle.
I mean, I think Space is so much better than Lost Galaxy, and I think Lost Galaxy is a derivative of Space.
I'm surprised. I thought before you actually liked Lost Galaxy more.
Yeah, because I was describing my enjoyment of that singular thing rated by itself. Because again, all of these are good. The vast majority of these are good. So it's not like, hey, I don't like this one and I do like this one. It's I like this one more than I like this one.
That's fair. Will Meister, thank you so much again. I forgot Dino Charge. It's okay, C tier. Yeah, that's fair. Like, it's not the best. I enjoy it probably more than most people. Okay, so actually, out of curiosity, at what point in this tier list do you cut the line or like everything below here I don't like?
Lightspeed Rescue.
Okay, like you do or don't like Lightspeed?
I do like Lightspeed, but if I have to draw a line in the sand, that's probably it.
So between Lightspeed and Ninja Steel or Lightspeed and Samurai?
Lightspeed and Samurai.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's only 3.
Yeah.
So that's pretty damn good. I'm looking at this. Now that I guess at this point, yeah, you guys get your last thoughts in because we basically have the MontyVerse official.
We definitely have a tier list. I guess it is the MontyVerse official one.
Which doesn't say One Piece. Like, it's not Sunstone.
Uncle Brian, happy almost birthday, dude.
Yeah.
I'm also an August birthday, so great month to be born. Us two and Power Rangers, baby.
Ooh, nice connection.
Yeah, nice little connection there. It's all connected through the grid.
Yeah.
The Morphin grid, just like Tommy's fishing net.
Nice. But yeah, so look, I love these themes too for the most part. So getting to talk about them was really cool.
Yeah. And let us know other things that you want us to rank.
Yeah.
We'll do more tier lists. We want to start doing more live streams. I mean, we used to do them every now and again before, but we really want to start doing them maybe once a week. Just because we want to connect with you guys more. I mean, listen. You know me, guys. I try and answer you all in the comments as much as I possibly can. We're both busy, and there's times when I feel like I can't get to everyone, and I feel bad about it. So doing stuff like this gives us both an opportunity to talk to you guys directly.
Right.
And that's so very cool, and I love that about this community.
Absolutely. Tyler, thank you so
thanks,
much.
bud.
So, fun fact, Power Rangers is as old as the debut album from Candlebox, both of which hold up pretty well. Sadly, one's retiring and looking forward to concert.
Oh, man. That's bad timing because Power Rangers might be retiring, too.
Yikes. But thank you so much, Tyler. Also, real quick, I had put this poll out a while ago. So as you guys know, we do a lot of polls related to the content we make on the channel. And I was looking to do kind of like a fun bracket for Power Rangers in the polls that we do. So now that we have this beautiful tier list, I really want to do a theme song bracket, but I just didn't know quite how to what do you call that?
Separate it?
To
rank them?
Yeah. So
we'll use our ranking.
We'll use our
to create the bracket.
Yeah, the only thing I think that was like a little bit of an issue was the number of them. So with these, I think so 4, 10, 16. Wait, oh my gosh, is this actually 20? No, wait, this is 17, 18, 19, 21.
So the last two we'll do in threes.
We'll do in threes or
two get buys.
Or I could do Hyperforce.
Oh yeah, why isn't Hyperforce on here?
Yeah, so like
Hyperforce is a canonical season. What's that about? I like that theme.
Well, here's what I was gonna do is
let the Hyperforce will be the wild card
or
in the bracket.
Or because if this is 22, let me count these. Okay, 4 plus 6 is 10 plus 6 is 16 plus 4 is 20, 21. Hyperforce. Okay, because what I was thinking is if I needed to like even out the number, I could add Hyperforce and or Alien Rangers.
Yeah.
But we don't need to have Alien Rangers.
Yeah, get them out of here.
Yeah. But no, that's awesome. So that gives us at least an even number. So, but anyway, I'll put this bracket together and I'll probably do these polls a little more frequently than just on Saturday like we normally do for Power Rangers polls. So you guys look forward to that.
Yeah, cool. And you should probably, or maybe you could do like a week-long bracket.
Ooh.
And then like at the end of it, so maybe start Monday.
Yeah.
And then
do it every day.
So starting Monday, check back on the MontyVerse in the community section where our polls are.
Mm-hmm.
And you can start voting on the theme song poll bracket, and we will reveal the winner when it's over. But I think the results are shown anyway. But you'll be able we'll tally the votes. And
well, that's the thing. It's like a lot of people, and I saw someone criticize when I asked people's opinion, like, oh, Peeler's gonna pick the original. It's like, 1, not necessarily, but 2, it's the journey to get there.
Absolutely.
So
definitely,
let's have fun. It's Power Rangers.
So yeah. So if you want to vote, make sure to check back onto the channel on Monday.
Anyway, thank you guys for your votes on that, and we hope you enjoyed this tier list as bizarre as it was.
And I can't wait for all the comments telling us how terrible we did.
Yeah. And you know what, just to show that we own it, I will download this and post this in the community tab for anyone who missed this
and
stream.
On all of our socials. So make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram so you can comment and tell us how terrible of a job we did there too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyway,
what's next on the agenda? What's next on Nicki's agenda?
So, kind of staying with Power Rangers for a little bit longer is, as you guys know, we currently have our ongoing first time watch series for me.
Yeah.
And we're very close to finishing
2 episodes left
of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers season 1, leading into
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers season 2, where nothing happens and everything stays the same from the beginning of the season to the end. Yeah. No major changes.
Yeah, and no controversies.
No anything.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Ooh, I do want to say, Kate, thank you so much. Make a tier for Samurai and Megaforce as unoriginal. That's not wrong.
You're not wrong. You should.
We could probably make a custom tier like that.
We could make it the Troy tier. And again, Troy, not Andrew, because again, we think Andrew's wonderful and he's very charismatic, but Troy, the Troy tier.
The Troy tier. But yeah, so Mighty Morphin season 2.
Yeah, and I think that it's worth just to, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on season 2, and the hypeness behind that, because I think for me, season 2 is like the peak of Mighty Morphin, right? So you kind of spent the last year, and we're coming up on not only on season 2, but our 1-year anniversary of doing this series, doing our Power Ranger watch along, Power Ranger reactions. 1 year of getting to hang out with you guys, talking about Power Rangers. So that's really, really cool. And we're excited about that. And it's just so awesome to think how far we've come, you know?
It is crazy because it literally was the 28th Power Rangers Day that we started this. But that actually makes sense.
Yeah, and before we jump in, there was a comment that I saw from our pal Testing Limits up here that I thought was really interesting that I wanted to address. I need to make a Ranger theme song. What does it need to be S tier? I feel like that's a great question.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, especially with Cosmic Fury coming out. Like, what's it gonna take?
I think what needs to be an S tier Power Rangers theme song, it needs to have this sense of epicness to it. This sense of like scale, like a grand scale, like Time Force, In Space, Zeo, Mighty Morphin. They all felt like they really had this epicness to it.
They had epicness, but like it didn't feel artificial. It felt like it was earned by the story itself.
Yeah. And also, I think it needs to tell a story. The song itself needs to tell a story. Not only that, but the story has to be cohesive with what's going on in the season.
Also, please don't be derivative of Go-Go Power
Rangers. And don't be derivative, because that's terrible. But again, I thought that was a really cool question, so I wanted to touch back on that.
Hey, maybe someone should ask that to Ron Wasserman.
Maybe someone should at Ranger Stop Orlando. Maybe we'll ask him. Maybe we'll be there. I don't know.
Which, by the way, I shouldn't be surprised by this, but I didn't know that he did the X-Men theme.
Yeah, he did the X-Men theme.
Easily one of the best themes of all time.
Another one of the most iconic theme songs of all time, which is crazy, right? To see how much that guy has accomplished in a 10-year period, let alone like all the stuff he's done beyond that. But he created some of the most long-lasting and iconic songs of all time.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Andrew?
Whoa!
See you in the comments.
Also, cue Van for a bit. I just need to get a drink.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you want?
No, I still got a little bit of my water left.
Okay.
What's up, guys? It's me now. But yeah, Ron Wasserman's a legend. And what's really cool is, like, talking about Orlando Ranger Stop, like me and Nicki have also been like touring a bunch of cons this past year. I was always a con goer but Nicki's store, like ever since she's been coming to cons with me. Like she's really gotten into it. So we tend to, go to a bunch of different conventions along the East Coast throughout the year. So if any of you guys are at any conventions, let us know. We'd love to hang out with you guys. And if you want, any place you think that we should go, let us know, because we'd love to go. We're definitely deciding on whether to go to Ranger Stop Orlando, because it's going to be pretty cool. There's going to be a lot of the OG Rangers there. They just announced Ron Wasserman and some of the great voice actors behind the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise, which is awesome. So that was really exciting to see.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Joey Wheeler.
Yeah.
But no, definitely. I've enjoyed the cons we've gone to. We don't go to everything. Like, thankfully, being in New York, there's a lot of possibilities. But we go to at least a couple every year, and I've had a blast at all of them.
Yeah. Like we're gonna be at New York Comic Con this year. So if anyone's there, feel free to say what's up and say hi.
Absolutely. All right. So
I feel like we didn't even talk about season 2.
Oh, we did.
I feel like that was up there, and we really haven't talked about it.
Oh no, sorry.
So many people are like saying like season 2, like like Uncle Brian, like so many season 2 episodes. I'm interested too. I think this is a really cool season. This is a season of, I think the season 2 represents a season of change.
Oh yeah.
Not even just because it's a new season. I think that this season really tests Power Rangers in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
It also shows the greediness of Haim Saban in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I mean, the sad thing is, one of the things I'm very curious to see is how they make do with the episodes that bridge the gap between certain characters and other characters.
I think season 2 has some of the highest highs of Power Rangers, especially Mighty Morphin. And I think there are some pretty low lows, and I think those couple of episodes leading up to the power transfer are some pretty low lows, and I can't wait to remember how low we can go.
I know.
I should say that.
How creative did they get with pretending people were around?
Oh my god, it's just so bad.
It's one of those things where it's like, it's terrible that it happened, and the fact that those issues are still pertinent today is insane. I'm also just so curious, though.
Yeah, I mean, we also get an introduction to one of the most epic villains in all of Power Rangers with Lord Zed, who you kind of got a taste of when we watched Cosmic Fury.
I got a taste of him when I did that villains poll. He destroyed it for people's favorite or best. I forgot which way I phrased it. Basically, the best Zordon era villain, and like he's destroyed that.
I don't want to hype up his entrance too much, but there's definitely a reason why he's like number 1. he makes such an impact on the franchise immediately.
Well, you also like, I love Rita, but if we're talking about effectiveness,
Terrible.
it's not exactly like he has huge shoes to fill.
Robo Rita is so much better than original recipe Rita. It's not even funny. Original recipe Rita. Yeah.
I actually love that though.
Robo Rita just is a savage.
Absolutely. But I mean, look, I'm curious for a multitude of reasons about this season, but mostly because I've heard what you said is that a lot of people do like it better, and obviously things change. But you know what? I think it's fair to say that it's a very episodic show with a lot of recurring things that happen episode to episode. So I'm also interested to see something different.
Yeah. And Big J, just gonna pull up his question. Yes. Yeah, we are going to react to all the movies. In regards to the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie and the Turbo movie, we're probably going to react to those chronologically. So
yeah, that makes sense.
So the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, we'll get to this year, at some point, and Turbo probably within the next 2 years.
I was gonna say, now that's the other thing that sucks, is having to avoid those movies.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously a movie that we could react to. I was waiting till the end of season 1, but we could definitely react to 2017's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reboot. And I think that that's something that we are planning on, or we're thinking about doing. So that's definitely a movie that we want to cover. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of it. Or I should say Saban's Power Rangers. Of course, he put his name on it. But yeah, that's something that we could do. We're just deciding on whether we want to do it pre-recorded and cut it down like a normal movie reaction, like our Turtles one, or if we want to do a live stream, watch along with you guys. The only problem is we won't be able to show it on screen, so it'll literally just be a commentary video.
Yeah, which is hard to say, but I mean, either of those would be fun though.
Yeah,
because it'll be an experience for me, but also I think there's value in. Because I mean, we've also experimented with formats a bit because we've done premieres for the reactions before.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was cool to be able to watch with you guys in the chat. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I definitely think it's something worth talking about. But again, this is why I've been gauging your guys' interest in the polls to see where you guys' heads are at in terms of a Discord or a Facebook chat. Mm-hmm. If we ever started Patreon, if we ever started Patreon and we started a Discord, it'd probably be at a $1 tier.
Yeah.
And it'd be a community that we could all kind of get together, and I could ask you guys questions like that, and you can kind of let me know where your head's at. But
absolutely,
that's definitely in our plans for the future, because I love this community. You guys are the vast majority of you guys are wonderful. We are very lucky to get so many wonderful comments from you guys.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you guys are so awesome, and I know fandom can be super toxic. But I can't say enough how much I really enjoy your guys's. First of all, you're all so kind to us, but just your thoughtful commentary and your opinions and just your different perspectives of all the stuff we cover is awesome to read. Yeah.
So I would love to be able to talk to you guys more, and just kind of build the community, get you guys to talk to each other, which I think is really awesome. Because that's what's great about building a community, is forming friendships and bonds. And I think so many of you guys are so cool, and I think you would all. We could all become one big group of pals. Of pals and friends.
Pals, friends, buddies.
Chums, amigos, compatriots.
Tomodachi.
Sure. Tamagotchi.
No. But I'm sure that's where that got derived from.
Oh, 100%.
Anything else you want to say about Power Rangers?
Oh, Power Rangers. Is there anything else I want to say? There's so much I want to say about Power Rangers, but
there is.
We spent the past hour talking about Power Rangers. But if you guys have any Power Ranger stuff in the chat, feel free to ask, and we'll get to it eventually. Towards the end of the night, we'll kind of open it up, and we'll just kind of have a free conversation.
Absolutely.
But now I do want to talk. I want to move on to something that I've been kind of this year, as Nicki's been getting into Power Rangers this year. I found myself getting into a series as well, one that I've been very, very reluctant to start, but I can't help but fall in love with, and that's One Piece. Whoa! Yo! Yeah. So about when was the live action One Piece announced?
Oh, I feel like it's been in the works for at least a couple of years, but The official announcement, I don't know. I'll have to see when they had like a formal release date. So I'll have to.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's been within like.
Yeah, but basically, me and Nicki are both weebs. We both love anime. We're both huge fans of anime. I've grown up like a shonen anime guy. Like I love I grew up watching Dragon Ball and Gundam and Yu-Gi-Oh and all of these different shonen animes. And I'm a huge fan of Dragon Ball, a huge fan of Naruto, but I never really got into One Piece, and I was always so reluctant to watch it.
Right.
I was always so like, no, Naruto's better. No, Dragon Ball's better.
I mean, I also understand it's so freaking long.
And it's very daunting. It's very daunting. There's 1,000 and or some odd episodes now. So it's a very daunting task to look at. But kind of when this Netflix live action series came out, and I started reading into it more and looking into it and seeing that how heavily involved Oda Sensei was in the creation of the live action series, I was very curious. I've been spurned by live action anime adaptations before.
Yeah.
Death Note comes to mind.
Death Note,
Dragon Ball Evolution comes to mind. The Last Airbender.
Frankly, I'm not even really a fan of any Japanese ones. There is the Japanese Death Note movies that I think are pretty decent, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and one that we haven't even seen is freaking Ghost in the Shell, which I
Ghost in the Shell. Which I didn't even bother watching. But so I kind of was curious, and I started I started One Piece earlier this year, and I enjoyed it. I watched the first arc, the beginning of the East Blue Saga, and I really found myself enjoying it. And I was going at a slow pace, but then once the trailer for the live action series dropped, I found myself enjoying it way more than I thought I would. So that really pushed me into furthering my exploration of One Piece. And now I'm past the East Blue Saga. I'm well into the Alabaster Saga of One Piece. Kind of the crew is almost fully formed.
Yeah.
And I'm full steam ahead. And I found myself really falling in love with this show. And it's something that thinking about doing more content for the channel, because I think that a lot of you guys would like it. It's very well written and the characters are well developed. And I would love to cover more anime on the channel because of how much I enjoy anime. So yeah, I just wanted to see if there were any One Piece fans in the chat and see if gauge kind of people's excitements with the live action series. See if anyone's likes it, didn't like it. We loved the trailer. I think we were very excited to watch that.
Well, now you have to talk about it. What are your thoughts of it?
The series?
Yeah,
I really liked it. It took me a while. I found myself enjoying the side characters more than Luffy at first. And I think I talked about this in our second trailer reaction.
Yeah.
I found my self struggling to kind of understand Luffy because he's just an idiot. He's just a big idiot. And I mean that in an affectionate way now. But it's really during the Arlong Park arc of the series that I kind of really cracked Luffy's character.
Oh yeah.
And it's really it's when Nami's sister begins to tell her backstory. Nojiko begins to tell Nami's backstory, and she's essentially saying like, and Luffy just walks away, and she's like, "Don't you want to know?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "I don't care," and he just walks away. And then it just all clicked into place for me. It's just like this guy, all he cares about is his dreams and the dreams of his friends, and all he knows is that Nami's his friend, and that's all he needs to know. And I think from that moment forward, the series like flew by for me. Like I completely locked into every single character.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I knew that's what was going to happen going in. Knowing you, I knew there were parts of it that you were going to hate and dread because, like most shonen anime, it has a lot of filler.
Yeah.
And I know that you're a huge Naruto, Dragon Ball Z fan. I'm like, Luffy's a shonen protagonist, but not quite like them.
Yeah, no, he's very different. He's not a carbon copy. And what I love so much about the big three and Goku is, I think that they're all very different in personalities. Like Naruto is not really an idiot; he's just boisterous and loud. But Luffy's just dumb. He's very dumb. So they're kind of different and similar in a lot of ways. But I found myself really enjoying the show. Sanji's like my favorite. I love Sanji.
Well, even before you ever watch, like at least a year ago, like you've been pegged as Sanji, like by us, those of us who are One Piece fans. Like that's just who you are.
Yeah. People compared me to Sanji, and listen, I'm not saying they're right, but I'm not saying they're wrong either.
Either way, you connect with him.
Yeah, I connect with Sanji. I like cooking. I love being a little chef, fancy chef boy. So.
And that's what's so interesting to me, because we were talking about this the other day, is we're both anime fans. We grew up with anime, but we have so weirdly little overlap of anime we actually both watched. Because I watched One Piece and you didn't. But I unfortunately only really watched the 4Kids stuff.
Yeah, and someone mentioned like 4Kids on James.
4Kids almost ruined One Piece, but Funimation totally saved it with a stellar voice cast. Thank you so much for the comment, James.
James, you're right. And it's great because watching the series, Nicki will periodically watch with me, and she will kind of tell me all the things that 4Kids did differently.
Oh, yeah.
As I'm watching, I'm like, that's so stupid.
Well, I mean, now I'll say this. As a young child watching One Piece, a lot of that stuff did go over my head in terms of censorship. Like, oh, I was a kid, I'm just watching this show, whatever. Some things stuck out. Like, there's some edits that are very awkward and weird. Like, for example, spoilers for anyone who has not watched One Piece or wants to watch it. All right, there's the scene during Arlong Park where Nami is angry and she starts stabbing her tattoo because she feels so betrayed by him. And then it's bloody and everything. Obviously, 4Kids cuts that. But the cut from her looking angry to then just crying immediately is like, wait a minute. This is so jarring. So, stuff like that I noticed. And even as a kid, when they would call stuff that's clearly alcohol, root beer, or juice, where it's like, these people are pirates.
Or like Digimon, when it was hot sauce. Or Wizardmon was a hot sauce connoisseur.
Or Pegasus. Well, Pegasus drinking juice.
Grape juice.
At least
Pegasus would drink grape juice out of a crystal goblet.
Yeah. But regardless, as an adult looking back, it's even more ridiculous because he's watching it now and I'll be like, oh, they cut this. Because they cut entire episodes.
Yeah, and I just and I guess we'll use this One Piece topic to talk about all anime.
Oh yeah.
Just because there's so much love for Yu-Gi-Oh we're getting.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
And I just wanted to pull this up. Sorry for your loss, Brian, but I'm glad that you guys share that memory, and that's so awesome that's something that helped bring you closer and that you both connected with.
Oh yeah, we both love Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, we both bonded over Yu-Gi-Oh when we first met, so I think that's really cool. And also, I played a lot. I played the card game, and I was really good.
Oh yeah.
I was ranked.
Oh yeah, there's a guy we knew, and you just one-shotted him.
Oh yeah, I was OTKing a lot of people. I just built a lot of decks. Yeah. I was just a really good Yu-Gi-Oh player, guys. I'm retired now. I had to retire. I stepped away from the game.
Yeah, but
I stepped away on top.
But here's the thing. Yu-Gi-Oh as a show is not that, and I am referring to Duel Monsters, not any of the other seasons. It's not the best show, but I freaking love it. And nothing will ever change that.
Yu-Gi-Oh's so great. It's so great. The duels are terrible in the show, but the show is so great. We constantly fight about who is actually the king of games.
Oh yeah.
We periodically fight, have long drawn out arguments about who is the real king of games. Nicki thinks it's Atem, and I think it is Yugi.
I never claimed that he wasn't the king of games. I'm just saying who is better. Well, actually, I don't know. What's the wording that we use?
Who is the king of games? No, I think that's how I view it. Or who's the best duelist? Who's the better duelist? Who's the king of games?
I mean, regardless, it doesn't matter.
It's Yugi. You're right. It doesn't matter. It's Yugi.
That's
definitively Yugi.
I mean, if we're talking about who's generally the best,
all right, we can't do this. We can't do this now.
Yeah.
But anyway. That's just to show how much of our love of the franchise goes.
And as a kid, I don't know why I was so obsessed with it, because there were a lot of animes.
Yeah, because you didn't even play the card game.
I played the DS game Nightmare Troubadour because my sister had it. But otherwise, and I enjoyed playing that game. And I've always talked about how, I'm going to learn the game one day. But I keep reading all these comments about how it's gotten so much more complicated. And I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. It did get complicated after a while. Then it got uncomplicated. Then it got recomplicated. But yeah, it's a fun game.
Yeah.
And James, yes, that's kind of where I watched Zexel and I watched Arc Z for a while.
Arc 5 or
Uh,
Arc V.
Arc V, sorry.
I was gonna say I watched most of GX, and as a kid I hated it because it wasn't the original, and I thought Jaden was like the worst ever. And then of course, as soon as I stopped watching, I read about like all the cool stuff that happens. I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy.
Mhm.
But okay, that's a good question. Pull that up.
Just curious, will we react to other Saban shows?
I want to. Like here's how can I phrase this? Here's the realistic truth. I really want to do Big Bad Beetleborgs because I grew up watching Big Bad Beetleborgs and I have very fond memories of it. I had Beetle Bonders. I had like all the figures. I had everything for the Big Bad Beetleborgs. And I think it would be really cool for you to watch as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's just time.
I mean, this is the problem. Like,
there's only one of me.
There's only one of Monty. There's only one of me.
Yeah.
There's also millions of other things that we want to watch, even just on our own personal time, like me and other Power Rangers series.
Yeah, and the truth is we're not full-time YouTubers yet. If we were, 100%.
Oh, that's
without a doubt. If we ever get big enough to where either of us can do this full time or one of us can do this full time, that is 100%. We would do it in a heartbeat because I would watch every single episode of Big Bad Beetleborgs. I was the Red Mystic Knight, the Fire Knight for Halloween one year, and I did watch Mystic Knights of Tirnanog. So I would actually love to check that out too.
Yeah, I mean, here's the other thing. If we were full time, maybe I would have an argument to get you watch something I want.
I mean, absolutely. We would do that too. We would probably have a series we'd be doing once a week. Like Power Rangers, we'd probably have 1 or 2 shows a day, every day. But the sad truth is we just don't have the time to do that.
Yeah. Trust me, if we could like hang out with you guys, do commentary on like every show, movie we were interested in, that would be the dream. That's
a dream. So that's the goal. One day. To answer that honestly, yeah, I would love to. One day, it's definitely. I've thought about it. It's definitely something that's been on my mind and something I told Nicki about.
Yeah.
But like, there's so many shows I would love to cover. Like, I would have loved to. Like, we had talked about doing Star Wars Rebels.
Right. Or like, if we had the time, your One Piece watch.
Yeah. Like, I would have loved to do like at least watch a couple arcs and put it on the channel, or to do like we said, like we were gonna do Rebels leading up to Ahsoka, but we just didn't have the time. And
I know, like the fact that we're even doing Superman, like
because we're doing Power Rangers and then we're doing My Adventures with Superman, which is a show we both kind of fell in love with.
We were doing Secret Invasion. We will do Loki and Echo,
and we will be doing One Piece as well.
Yes,
we will be doing live reaction, or not live reaction. We'll be doing reactions to the One Piece live action series, so look out for that as well. So there's stuff that we have planned, stuff that we've kind of planned out and talked about, but the sad truth is like we can't do everything right this second. We will eventually.
And then like we were saying earlier, cons, like if we could go to like every con we wanted to and do stuff,
and because we're also looking to get bigger in the movie journalism space, so we're also reviewing movies.
We both like have our rankings for movie releases of this year.
Yeah.
That we're always trying to like watch more of.
Yeah. So we're also doing movie reviews so we can get into screenings and kind of build our, names in kind of the film space. But like I said, the bigger we get, the more we'll do. Absolutely. There's no, if you guys continue to come out and support the videos and like the videos and comment and help project our videos to more eyeballs out there and get us bigger in the space, then we will absolutely give back to you guys by doing more content. And maybe we'll at least react to one day the pilot of Beetleborgs.
Oh yeah.
At least, but we will definitely like VR Troopers, and I see Superhuman Samurai Squad and stuff like Street Sharks, like stuff from the 90s. If I can go back and do all of them from beginning to end, I would, just for the nostalgia's sake.
Oh yeah.
But right now we have to pick and choose our battles.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but like, look, we're also open to the idea of anything. So hey, if you have a suggestion, like, please feel free to let us know.
Definitely, absolutely.
But yes, like you said, One Piece is definitely coming up.
Yeah, and we can kind of spin that into talking about the live action One Piece because we will be covering that. I knew from the first trailer that I'm like, we are doing that series.
Well,
because there's just so much I have to say about the East Blue Saga.
Yeah.
And that's what season 1 is going to be covering.
Right.
The One Piece live action.
Well, and that's what was so crazy because I know when you first started and like it was a little bit rough at times, but I did tell you constantly, get to Arlong, at least get to Arlong.
Yeah, but I did enjoy it more so than you thought I would.
Yes.
Leading up to Arlong, like the Barate arc, the Baratier arc, I really liked, or the saga or arc. I'm confused. I'm getting confused by what's a saga and what's an arc. The Baratier arc of the East Blue Saga.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm really excited and there's things I don't want to talk about it too much now because I don't want to spoil kind of the videos that we have planned when we do watch them. But yeah, so we'll end One Piece with saying that we will be reacting to the live action series, and I hope a lot of you guys come out and show love on those videos.
Yes, please. I'm excited for these. I literally watched the new trailer again like 3 more times today just because I was thinking about it and saw more videos about it. I also love the behind the scenes videos with the cast.
Yeah, absolutely. I think whoever cast that series did a fantastic job. I know Oda Sensei was very involved in the casting process too. I think Iñaki Godoy is born to play Luffy. I think that guy has so much Luffy energy. And my boy Taz is ready to play Sanji. So really excited, and I hope you guys come along for the adventure and you're ready to set sail for One Piece.
Oh, that's the other thing. I got him to listen to the rap. The best part of the 4Kids stuff.
The One Piece rap, baby. What's next? What are we talking about next?
Ooh, swinging back to a topic near and dear to your heart.
Speaking of reactions that we did.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
TMNT, baby. We got Nicki to do. We kind of surprised you guys by dropping a reaction to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990 movie. It was something that we kind of talked about leading up to Mutant Mayhem because Nicki had told me this before, but it slipped my mind. So as we were like watching the Mutant Mayhem stuff, I'm like, yeah, like I was talking about the 1990 movie, and she's like, I never watched it. I'm like, what? I'm like, we're doing a reaction.
Yeah.
Right away.
And in case you haven't noticed, there's a trend of cool stuff, especially from the 90s that anyone could love, but mostly geared towards boys that I did not watch if it was an anime.
So yeah, it was Turtle Time, and I got Nicki to watch it, and a lot of you guys were just as excited as I was to kind of watch the movie with Nicki, and I think we had a really good time doing it. But I kind of want to hear your guys' thoughts on it and kind of see if like maybe we should continue doing this. Maybe we should do TMNT too. Like, what are your guys' thoughts? I already know what we're gonna do, but
and honestly, like, I did enjoy it more than I thought I would. Like, I figured it would be fun, but I thought it was legitimately solid.
Yeah,
as a movie.
It does a fantastic job of blending the camp of the 80s TV series with the gritty seriousness of the original Eastman Laird Ninja Turtle comic books. And I think it's the only one so far to really walk that line.
Yeah. And also, for a 1990 movie, those suits looked so freaking good.
So good. I mean, the combination of suit actors and puppeteering, like the suit actors in the turtle suits, and the puppeteering on the Splinter and the mouths of the turtle suits are crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. So, no, I thought that was a really fun reaction, and you'll have to see what else we do.
Oh, okay. Jace and Andrew loved it. Andrew loved the reaction. Oh, Kate, that's awesome. Thanks for letting us know. Yeah, we'd love to hear it. If you guys are definitely open to doing like a Patreon and getting some Patreon perks, we'd love to hear it. We're always looking on how to build the channel, how to grow the community, how to get like what's really cool is I get to talk to you guys, but I think I think that this would be a really cool place for people to kind of talk to each other.
Right.
And so I think that like a lot of you guys, like I saw you guys talking to each other in the chat a little earlier while we were kind of talking about One Piece. And I think that would be really cool if you guys were able to talk to each other and become friends. And
oh, yeah, absolutely.
kind of like, and then we're all just one big happy family.
Yeah, because like, look, I'm always like bothering him about nerdy stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
So like, if y'all clearly have that same mindset, and that would be like the perfect avenue to do so.
Yeah.
Will Meister, thank you so much. Circling back to Kate's question, you talked about Mystic Knights, VR Troopers, and Big Bad Beetleborgs, not metallics, but didn't say a thing about Masked Rider. Curious. Okay. You can speak to that better than I can.
Yeah. Well, Beetleborgs, metallics, I kind of just consider a continuation of Big Bad Beetleborgs, more so than like saying like Beetleborgs and Beetleborgs metallics are two different things, or like saying like Mighty Morphin Season 1 and Season 2 are different things in a lot of ways. I think it's the same characters, except one actor was recast, but it's the same character. But yeah, I watched the Metallics Beetleborgs, and I would love to cover that as well on the channel. VR Troopers, Masked Rider, that's a really good question. I'd love to cover Masked Rider too, and I think that, I don't want to spoil it, but I know that there is a Masked Rider that we are going to cover coming up, and that's so I guess now is a better time than ever to talk about it. This year they released Shin Kamen Rider.
Oh yeah,
Shin Masked Rider.
Oh yeah.
And that's something we really want to cover on the channel. So we both are really anxious to watch it. We're excited to watch it. And we're gonna probably review it for the channel. If not to do a reaction, we're probably just gonna either react to it or review it. But we are going to cover that. And thank you for bringing that up, Will Meister. So I'm really excited to check that out.
Absolutely. There's too many things.
Too many things. But yeah, you will be getting a taste of Kamen Rider from us, and as we branch out more into the general tokusatsu, and not just Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll experiment. We also want to experiment with Sentai more. So these are something like, and that's why things like, we talk about things like Patreon, because it gives us the opportunity to watch things straight with you guys, and not have to cut things, because editing takes a lot of time, and editing like episodes and movies take a lot of times. But if we were to do Patreon, we could probably do set something up where we watch like Sentai as a Patreon exclusive, and that will allow us to do it without cutting too much or without cutting at all.
Right.
And that would definitely give you guys more content, give us an easier time to bring you guys content.
And that honestly could be kind of cool, like the idea of a live reaction. Yeah. And then if people have commentary or questions for us afterwards. Yeah, we could do like a like, it would be basically, what it would be cool is we could like air a live reaction, and then immediately afterwards do a live discussion and do like what we're doing now, except right after the video drops, which is really cool. No, definitely.
But that's why I keep like inquiring about the Patreon and stuff, and because it's a good way to build the channel and to build the community.
Absolutely.
What are we talking about next? I got lost.
No, I mean, that was
you're supposed to be guiding the live stream.
No, you're good. No, I thought you were gonna say something.
No.
Are you?
I got a piece of tape on my shoe, and now I'm trying to get it off with my other shoe.
I was like so concerned.
I'll get it after. I'm like a dog. I'm like a golden retriever right now.
I mean, hey, we're dog people. That's a compliment to me.
Big time. And thanks for joining us on Pizza Friday, guys. Forgot to say that at the beginning.
Pizza Friday.
Pizza Friday, baby.
I mean, those are the main talks we had, so we'll open this up right now. But hey, I can vamp about pizza all day and every day.
All right. So yeah, I thought you were changing thing because like you took the chat away. I was like, whoa.
Oh no. Live television. But no, those are like the main points we want to talk on. But yeah, we'll open up like if anyone else has any other questions or just random ass shit they want to bring up.
Yeah, Kate, I'm sure you did say Master. We've been doing so much. My eyes are everything's becoming a blur.
I know. Because he has 3 monitors, and like I normally don't work on that, so it's different. It's cool though. Yeah, and I've also been talking a lot. We also recorded a reaction before this, so I've been talking for what it feels like 3 hours straight. I know. Hashtag Pizza Friday, Tyler. Hashtag Pizza Friday, Tyler. Also, Will Meister, thank you so much. Since you're fans, the Poke Rap, the Digi Rap, or the Ninja Rap, if Nikki's familiar with it, which is the best and worst? I won't lie. I feel like the Poke Rap has to be the worst because it does nothing. It's more that it's just used as a
mnemonic tool. Like it's used
it's
as
not a good one.
as a brainwashing tool by manufacturers to get their target audience, children, to memorize the name of their products.
Also,
Pokemon.
Holy hell. We literally were listening to this the other day. Like you just put on a random like playlist.
Yeah. And the Pokérap came up, the whole Pokérap.
And I was like, I don't remember this full version at all.
Yeah, it's what they cut up.
I do have to say though, between the other two, I don't have it memorized. I can't sing it for you, but the Ninja Rap is awesome though.
Ninja Rap would okay if I had to rank them. Pokérap third because it's literally just I love it and it's very nostalgic to me and I don't hate it. It's just third because it's literally used to brainwash children.
Yeah.
2 is the Ninja Rap. Again, I love it, but Vanilla Ice did copy other people. He did sample other artists' tracks without crediting them.
Wait, are we thinking about the same one?
No, it's Ice Ice Baby and it's Ninja Rap. They're both. He copied that from the New York Knicks. Like go New York, go New York, go.
Oh, this is how much I don't know sport.
Yeah, like so he copied that.
So that's lame.
So that would be number 2, and number 1 would be the Digirap because as much as people hate it, I love the Digirap. I love the Digimon movie. I'm going to be getting the re-release that Discotech Media is releasing. I'm going to be getting it. I'm so excited for that. I'm a huge fan of Digimon. That's also something I want to cover on this channel. Like we want to do a Digimon watch through and reaction series.
Yeah, we did our reaction to the new O2 movie recently.
Yeah, so we're huge fans of Digimon.
Yeah, and that was exciting because especially you, but we both love Last Evolution Kizuna. So for them to be making more and focusing on the original cast in a way that services them and it doesn't feel like fan service is very satisfying.
Absolutely. Luke, the reaction was to the newest episode of My Adventures with Superman. So that'll be out tomorrow.
Yes.
And Uncle Brian, thanks, dude. Appreciate that. We'd love to have you on when we start one. But thank you for letting us know. I appreciate that.
Definitely.
Oh man, we've been going for a while. All right, guys, get your last licks. Get your last questions in.
I think that's fair. Josh, we agree. Digimon is amazing. I'll say this, and we've talked about this before. As a show, Digimon over Pokemon all day, every day.
I love Pokemon.
I love Pokemon too, and as an overall franchise, it's succeeded largely because of the games.
We both played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
And love them.
That's something I wanted to stream. Like, would you like if we started streaming like games? Would you guys want that too? Let us know.
Yeah.
Because we like she's still playing Unite. I played Unite. I'm gonna be playing the DLC for Scarlet and Violet.
Yes.
So let us know in the comments if you guys would be interested in that.
But yeah, in general, yeah. As far as the actual show itself, Digimon, 100%.
Absolutely. Luke, what do you mean, the TV show or the movie?
Answer both. We can both answer.
I love the movie. It for a long time it was my favorite movie of the year. We saw it early. We saw it about a month early.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It's not my favorite, but it's in my top 5.
We saw it a month early, and we were told before the movie, and after the movie that this was not the final cut of the film.
Yeah.
So I was very high on it. I gave it a very high rating, thinking that they would be fixing the CGI and some of the other smaller things that I eventually had problems with. Only to watch it again day of release, and they didn't. It was the same exact movie we saw,
which is still good.
And I still love it. It's still in my top 10 of the year, but nowhere near as high as it was back then. Only because it feels like it was less polished, almost.
It was less polished, and like it definitely has problems. I think.
Yeah, but for me, I'm a lot higher on it than Nicki was. I did like the movie, and it's probably. It just got kicked out of my top 5. It was in my top 5. It was my favorite for the longest time.
Absolutely.
Of the year.
And then real quick, I didn't watch the show. I know your thoughts on the show.
I love the show. I love the first couple of seasons of the show. I think season 1 of The Flash. I actually had a wonderful Twitter exchange with Grant Gustin twice when he was cast as The Flash. And he premiered on Arrow. He when he was in season 2 of The Arrow. Me and him had a back and forth on Twitter, and I think he's a great guy, and I think he was a really great Barry Allen. But the show got really bad towards the end, and I tried to watch the final season for nostalgia's sake, and I just couldn't. It was just really bad.
That's fair. Favorite Armored Digivolution?
Oh, good question.
I'm trying to remember the ones.
I
mean, I feel like I'm always gonna be biased towards. Oh man, I've been watching them so long, so I'm not even gonna remember their names.
There's Rapidmon, there's Nefertirimon, there's Dromon.
I was gonna say I was thinking Nefertiri.
Mon, okay.
Just because I like.
See, that's funny because I was gonna say Pegasusmon.
Right?
It was a toss up between. See, I like the tie in me wants to say Flamedramon, but Flamedramon's pretty basic. I like Rapidmon more than I do Flamedramon.
Yeah.
But Pegasusmon's pretty is so dope.
Pegasusmon is awesome, and I was weirded out by the Armored Digivolutions at first. I was like, what the heck? Like, this seems pointless. Yeah. But then, because I like O2 as a season, I don't think it's perfect, but I think that was all the variations of Digivolutions I thought were really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think they were pretty awesome. By fourth season,
Frontier.
I was gonna say I watched all of 01, all of Adventure, not 01, 02, a lot of Tamers, and then I stopped at that point.
Tamers was sick. I love Tamers.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tamers.
I did have the Digivice 4 Tamers.
Yeah, I have it. It's back there. Mm-hmm. It's in that pile of things back there.
Yeah. We're with you, Tyler.
Digimon, radical every day.
Pokemon games. I mean, yeah, that's the thing.
Absolutely.
Pokemon definitely has like the franchise win over Digimon.
Pokemon, I enjoyed from childhood to now, and it's old reliable. It's never changed. It's constantly stayed the same. Whereas Digimon has been hard, and it's grown with me, and it's aged with me, and it's experienced things. Me and Ty have kind of grown up together. It feels like it's so weird. We've experienced when Tri came out and when The Last Evolution came out. I feel like at both those times I was going through things very similar to Ty, and we were at very similar ages in those movies when they came out. So I mean, Digimon for me is always going to be narratively leagues above Pokemon.
Oh yeah, Will Meister, like real quick, thank you so much.
Thank you, Will Meister.
The Flash movie made me cry. I liked it. Forget the haters. It has problems, but it's not even close to the worst or second worst superhero movie of all time. Hard agree there.
Well, I cried hard both times I've watched that movie.
Yeah.
I agree with you. The movie for me feels like what the DCEU should have been from the very beginning. It reminds me a lot of the TMNT, the DCAU.
Yeah.
And like I said, it was my favorite movie of the year for a very long time, and it's number 6 right now.
Wow, I didn't realize it dropped that low for you.
Yeah, I mean, there's just you had Spider-Verse, and then for me, Guardians is
number 1 for both of us.
It's such a cathartic experience for me.
I guess real quick,
emotionally,
we could talk about our favorite movies of the year.
Yeah.
Because I think I speak for both of us. We have Guardians 3 at number 1. Because it's easily one of the best MCU movies, period, I would say.
Yeah.
We both love, if you guys haven't heard of it, Blackberry.
Blackberry's great.
Blackberry with Glenn Howerton from Always Sunny.
Gosh, Glenn Howerton is so good in Blackberry.
He better at least get nominated for an Oscar, if not win.
That's like my number 3, or it might be my number 2.
That's great. We both loved Barbie.
I
saw it a second time recently and liked it even more.
Creed 3 is in my top 5. I loved Creed 3. I really loved it. It just worked for me. I got it.
Yes. Well, you mentioned the anime influence. So.
Yeah, hugely animated anime influence.
We both, I don't know if it's a favorite, but we both really liked Oppenheimer. I think
it's not my top 5.
It's a top 10 though.
Yeah, it's definitely top 10, not my top 5. Spider-Verse is in my top 5.
Spider-Verse,
obviously.
We both love Spider-Verse. Scream 6.
Scream 6 is in my top 10. I love it. Me and Josh Segura, best buds now. Mana, the latest con we were at.
But yeah. Hey, we'll do more movie content at some point.
We'll watch our reviews more, and we'll do more movie content. And if you guys can like and watch our reviews, that would be great.
Absolutely. Sorry. Thank you again, Will Meister. Monty, I agree. The Flash CW was great until the last few seasons. I almost quit watching it. Since you're more familiar, can you rank the Flash movie, CW, or the 1990 series?
It's so hard to rank because they're such different entities. Like I would probably put the Flash 90 the lowest because it's the least comic accurate. It's more for me. Wally West is my favorite Flash, and John Wesley Shipp just plays Wally West in that show. And they take a lot of influence from the Wally West comics at the time, written by Mark Waid. So as much as I really like John Wesley Shipp and I like Wally West, I feel like if we're talking in terms of Barry Allen properties, that would be the lowest for me. Man, this is like
Well,
the I think the Flash season 1 attains highs that the Flash movie doesn't, and it's more cohesive and streamlined, and it tells a neater story than the Flash movie does. But if we're going as the Flash series as a whole, I gotta put the Flash series at 2 and the movie at number 1.
But you would also say, based solely on their portrayal, Grant is the best.
Grant is the best Flash. He's the best Barry, hands down.
So I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
Luke, my favorite season was season 2.
Season 2 is great too. 1 and 2 are fantastic.
Andrew, thank you so much. Yes, love Pokemon games. I've never played the Power Rangers video games, but
I played the one for Sega. My friend had a Sega and we played it on his Sega and it was dope.
Yeah. Digimon movie. Yeah, I saw that in theaters as a young child. And that was and now it's being re-released.
That was the very first Digimon OVA that was thrown into the movie.
Kate, I've only seen the first 2 seasons, a couple episodes. So
season 3 is probably if we're talking overall story and characters and writing, season 3, which is Tamers, is probably the best.
This is what's confusing to me, and this is kind of like the One Piece problem. What counts as a season? Because doesn't Adventure technically have multiple seasons?
No.
Because
it's Adventure, O2, Tamers, Frontier.
Are you sure? I thought those are like considered different shows.
No, they're all
I could be wrong, but
it's like Cowboy Bebop. That's 30. That's a 36 episode series.
That's fair. Yeah, but it's okay. We'll figure it out later. Okay, thank you, Will Meister. Last Flash question, I swear. Hey, don't apologize. If you've seen them, can you rank the Flash points? I feel like we just talked about. No, we were talking about Crisis.
That's a really, you know what, Will Meister? That's a really fantastic question.
Yeah.
And Kate, I what I was trying to say is yes, Wesley Shipp played Barry Allen, but he was Barry Allen in name only.
Yeah, he didn't act like what you expect from Barry Allen.
Yeah, they gave him all of the characteristics, personality, and mannerisms of Wally West, especially the comic Wally at that time when the show was being made.
Yeah.
Geez, that's a good question. The Flashpoint Paradox is like essentially almost a 1-1 recreation of the comic, which is really good. And I do like the Flashpoint Paradox animated series. I think it tells a neater story than the movie does. Man, the CW one is last because I feel like they wasted that opportunity. I feel like what they did in the series was kind of a really piss poor version of Flashpoint. So that's easily number 3. And I'd probably say that I'd put the Flash movie over the Flashpoint Paradox, only because I think the scenes with Barry and his mom in the Flash movie are so well done. And I think a lot of people really underestimate how impactful those scenes are when they talk about the movie, and people just like shitting on it because it's the in thing. Yeah. It was the meme thing to do, but those scenes were very well done, well acted, well written, and for me, that's what made the Flash movie such a hit.
No, absolutely, and that makes sense. I have not seen the other 2, but everything you said makes sense to me.
Yeah. Other questions? What's next? What do we got next?
Love that Digimon. That always was a very interesting thing, and something that, like, look. A lot of people who don't know the shows will claim like, oh, they're so similar. It's like they're not similar at all.
Not at all.
They're about children with monster companions.
Yeah.
And that's where it ends.
Digimon is all about growing up and getting older, and Pokemon's about staying the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's all about stagnation.
Season 3, like you said, it's been so long since I've watched Tamers. I do remember it being great, though.
Tamers is fine. It's fine for what it is. I mean Frontier.
Yeah.
Tamers is great. Frontier is fine for what it is.
Do you know what the problem is as a kid? Because it was the same mindset I had as Yu-Gi-Oh! It was like, it's different kids. I don't care. Which not entirely, but I'm sure it's better than I gave it credit for. I'm not familiar with any of these.
Guys, I wish I could. I wish I could watch all of these. I wish we could just spend all day, every day watching this stuff and talking about it.
I know.
One day we will, and one day I will cover these. Maybe we'll do an episode or 2 every couple of months of a different Saban series. But I just can't promise full seasons of anything else right now.
No.
But maybe an episode or 2 here or there.
Absolutely.
For fun.
Yes. I mean, the first.
Hell yeah, Luke.
best movie of the year.
Definitely had the most emotional impact on me. I was emotionally. It was such an odd experience seeing that movie in theaters. It was an experience. It's the best theatrical experience I've had since Endgame, and I'm not saying that because they're both Marvel movies. I'm saying that because they both moved me in two completely different ways. But I was moved, like Guardians, like The Flash, I cried, but Guardians, I was like destroyed multiple times, like 3 or 4 times. I was heavily crying.
And you know me, I don't cry during movies. I cried multiple times in this movie.
Yeah, so that has me so excited for the future of DC.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
I think it's safe to say it's both our favorite horror movies.
Absolutely, Luke. I love horror. I love horror more than Nicki. Nicki gets a little squeamish, but we both really love the Scream movies. We actually went to the Scream 6 premiere in New York, and we hope to go to the Scream 7 premiere if they have us.
Yes.
But
our first encounter with Josh Segarra.
My new friend, Josh Segarra. But yes, love Scream.
Oh.
This hurts me to say, as someone who's grew up reading DC comics, no, it's not good. It's probably my least favorite movie of the year. I've seen like 35 movies this year, new movies.
Yeah.
It's probably ranked last.
I think it is because it made you so viscerally upset.
It was a chore to watch. I couldn't even, and that's, there are some highlights. I think Jack Dylan Grazer.
I'm ready.
What?
I'm Brody.
Adam Brody were fantastic. I was going to say that, and I'm like, I thought you were saying like Emery. I'm like, who's Emery?
No, I thought you were blanking on
Adam Brody is fantastic in everything he does. He's great in that, and he's great in River Wild, which is on Netflix now.
Yeah.
If you guys want a good like suspense thriller that you can watch. And Grace,
Caroline Curry, formerly Fulton.
Yes, as Mary Marvel is great. Besides that, Asher Angel is also really good, and the two parents, the foster parents as well. But Zachary Levi, he kind of kills the tone, and the villains are kind of one note and not very interesting, and the movie drags at points. And I think that it was during a time where they were they didn't give it a chance to shoot reshoots because of the DCU, but we can talk about that. But yeah, not great.
Yeah, Smallville. I kind of wish I watched it while I was on. I feel like I would have liked it.
I watched every single episode of Smallville while it aired.
Yes.
Smallville is great. It was such a treat to have Smallville at a time where there wasn't a lot of comic book stuff on. To have this show that introduces characters like Green Arrow and Impulse and Cyborg. What a time, man. What a time to be a fan.
I'm not sure which.
Yes, reboot. Like, which reboot are you talking about? Oh, okay. It's not the Hulu show that we like that got canceled. You're talking about the 1990s, for one of the first CG series ever, Reboot. I did watch Reboot, and I did love it. Growing up, I hated the revival that Netflix did because it was terrible, but I did like the original one.
No, definitely. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
That's confusing though. Because O2 is not called Digimon Adventure. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised though for marketing purposes because they have to make it seem like
I was a kid. I was just like new Digimon.
I mean, yeah. So I've said this before. The one Sentai series I've watched episodes of is Geki Ranger, which is Jungle Fury. And you know what? That is the one I can say with experience. I do like that opening better than the Jungle Fury opening.
Yeah, and that's definitely something that we can do.
Yes.
And maybe that's something that we're planning on doing during Power Month. Who knows?
Maybe. And you know what? I've talked with him about the morphs because that's another thing. Like I couldn't resist. I had to watch.
Listen,
all the
guys,
morphs.
There's going to be a lot of surprises for you. It's Power Month, baby. Like I said, we're going to be producing a lot of content coming up. I was going to reveal some of it, but I think it's better if we do fun surprises.
I think hey, this stream was a surprise, and I hope you guys are enjoying it.
And maybe if you guys want, we'll do one next week. Let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know.
We're probably going to wrap up soon, guys. We're going to aim for like 10, so get your last questions in.
Last questions in.
All right. Hello, Don Ranger Power. Thank you for joining us.
Power Month, baby.
Yes. Happy day 11.
Oh, yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah, I've watched a bit of King of the Hill, and it's a funny show.
Oh, it's hilarious. My family loved that show.
Definitely rest in peace for Johnny Hardwick.
Rest in peace, legend, great voice actor.
Kate, season 3 was when the first 2 were TV shown, and the one kid. Yeah, so that is what how Tamer starts is kid whose name I'm blanking on.
Staccato.
The problem is like There's so much of Digimon.
Digimon.
I just never rewatched.
I love Tamers. Tamers gets very dark.
Oh, the stuff with Jerry, I remember.
So if you watch the first couple of episodes, it's very much a coming of age, like boy meets Digimon, like type of thing. But it escalates pretty quickly.
Yeah. Like the Jerry stuff is.
Yeah, the Jerry stuff is dark.
I just remember being like, I was shocked as a kid, like, oh.
I was shocked as a kid seeing how dark they were able to go with it. But yeah, Tamers is definitely good.
Absolutely. I can't wait either, but man, that news recently.
Yeah, I thought it was. See, here's the thing. Like, I thought it was confirmed already, and Radio Silence was coming back, but they were obviously had their own stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
But to hear that they don't want to, Paramount doesn't want to wait for them is a little troubling, because they before Scream 6 even came out, they were announced to do a Netflix horror or some sort of horror movie.
Yeah.
With Melissa Barrera joining them as well. So that's interesting to see. Like, is she gone or is she gonna come back? Or
that'll be interesting.
But I do like Christopher Landon. I love the Happy Death Day movies. I watched his new movie this year that came out. We Have a Ghost.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed the character work he did in that movie.
And Freaky.
And I love Freaky too. And the opening of Freaky is an homage to Scream. So I think that he's gonna do a really good job. But I'm bummed because I really loved the work that Radio Silence did. And I think Scream 6 was really their first chance to show how they would do a Scream movie.
Yeah.
And I think they knocked it out of the park. It's probably my second favorite in the franchise behind one.
Both of their Scream movies are fantastic.
Yeah, both of them, and then the producer makes 3, yeah.
See, by the way, Luke, goodbye. Thank you so much for joining us.
Luke, thanks for joining. Thank you for the questions, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you again, Will Meister. Hot take.
Will Meister, thanks, bud.
While it isn't the worst, Tamers is overrated. Beyond Rika and Renamon, there's nothing good about it. Also, yes, it's been disproven, but the teacher that is Kari and that agent. So my sister told me that Kari theory, and I totally bought it. Like, oh my God, because it looks so much like her.
Yeah.
We know she wanted to be a teacher.
Yeah.
But like, I also remember my sister had a theory that like one of the agents was also Yoli, which in hindsight is like, that's definitely not true.
No. That is a fun theory, and I do remember seeing those theories, but Matt can't be that agent because he's an astronaut. He's too busy being in space.
I know.
Matt the astronaut.
But is it overrated? I'd have to rewatch it again.
I really liked it. I rewatched it a year or two ago, and I would love it.
Would love a game of Scream or something similar.
Ooh, that would be cool. Like the video game, like the Jason video game that came out.
I didn't know. I'm not familiar.
Yeah, that was in theaters and on the VHS. I have that, and it's so weird. That was actually a part of the runtime of the movie, which is even weirder because that movie is such a Frankenstein of a movie. It's crazy.
That makes sense. Will Meister, thank you so much again. People love Smallville, but as a passionate Superman fan, I do not. Tom Welling even had a chance to fix one of the biggest mistakes in Crisis, but chose not to. It was his idea. I saw the watch. It's no excuse.
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say. I was really disappointed in the final season of Smallville. I think it really jumped the shark the last 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But I think why people loved it is it was superhero content on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Happening at a time where we had nothing. Like I remember growing up as a comic book reader, and comic books were really cool back then. To have this show that was so popular and to introduce us to things like the JSA and the Booster Gold and like stuff like that was really cool. And the first couple of seasons were really great, but I think it veered off, and the final the series finale was really upsetting to me. The whole how serious they took that no flights, no tights rule. But meanwhile, he was wearing a leather jacket and a Superman t-shirt and fighting Doomsday and Brainiac. And just like, guys, just make him Superman. But what are we going to do?
I have not seen it.
I liked every season. I haven't watched this most recent one. And from what I'm hearing is going on with Nightwing and how they're treating the character, I probably won't, because treating Nightwing poorly is a bad habit that DC has gotten into. He is my favorite character, and they always find ways to F with him, even though his comic book series just won multiple Eisner Awards at the Eisner Awards this year, and he's leading the Titans, which is the premier superhero team in DC Comics. Stop messing with Nightwing. He's the best.
You're passionate.
Very passionate.
I love it.
Very passionate.
Watch most episodes of Smallville. I feel like there's a podcast for everything now. Apparently, I didn't even know this.
I listened to the Inside of You podcast. I haven't started the Talkville podcast yet, but I do like Michael Rosenbaum's podcast.
Dude, we have so much we want to do. Trust me. I have heard great things about Hayate though.
Yeah, me too. Me as well. I would love to.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Hope you have a great weekend as well.
Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm always looking forward to Morphin Monday. I can promise you that. I definitely get that take.
I get that take too, and there are aspects of Star Wars I like. I love Rebels.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to cover Ahsoka, but I don't know. If we do cover Ahsoka, it'll probably be me by myself because Nikki's not caught up.
I'm not familiar with them.
I never got into that section of sci-fi, but like I said, there are aspects of Star Wars I'm a really huge fan of, and I've absorbed every Star Trek piece of Star Wars content. I was a fan of the new Trek stuff.
Yeah.
The J.J. Abrams Trek.
Oh my god! Like hot take, Star Trek 09 is probably one of my favorite sci-fi movies.
It's a great movie. Chris Pine is so charismatic. What a great cast.
I keep hearing people be like, he's so different from Shatner. It's like look, I'm not downing that, but I enjoyed his take. If viewing this as someone who was never a Trekkie, I think it's a fantastic film.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I hated how he gave up his abilities.
Yeah, me too. But what are you gonna do?
Oh my gosh. Oh, ABC, the channel formerly known as ABC Family.
Oh man. Did you watch Teen Wolf on Campus?
Oh my god.
A show that I rediscovered.
Big Wolf?
Big Wolf on Campus. A show that I rediscovered this year that somehow I remembered watching and somehow was able to find it and rewatch it.
Oh, I know you watched Gotham.
Gotham did some stuff really great. I loved Cameron Moynihan in Gotham, and I think his Jeremiah was great up until the last episode where DC kind of kneecapped him and said you can't do the Joker, so they made them ruin the Joker. But Cameron Moynihan is a great actor, and I loved his work in Gotham.
Oh man, any relation to Dominic?
No,
that's crazy.
They're spelled different.
Oh,
wait, one's Moynihan, one's Monahan.
Oh, I thought
he might be Monahan. I don't know. Moynihan. I don't know.
I could be wrong. Given that this was pre-MCU, I kind of feel like that's how a lot of people would have felt.
Absolutely. It was great. I lived it. It was great.
That is always low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, very low-hanging fruit.
I'm surprised they haven't. I mean,
they tried to.
They tried that. Didn't they do an ABC pilot?
Yeah, it had Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
In it.
Hey, there's a lot of people who are in that camp. Those who hate modern Star Trek and Star Wars.
I enjoy a lot of modern Star Wars. I know a lot of people hate it. There's some good and some bad, but that's the same with everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm referring to the series with Bob Dot, Enzo Matrix, Megabyte.
Yeah, okay. So that's that. Yeah, I got you. I did watch it. I did watch Reboot.
Jace, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks, Jace. And
he's looking forward to Zordon's redemption.
Doubt it. Doubt it. Zordon's a terrible mentor.
Yeah. Are we... I forgot I never watched season 1.
We might have to. They're short episodes, so we could.
That is something we could do. And
it's definitely something we could do.
Absolutely.
Sliders. Wow, what a throwback with Jerry O'Connell, who we did see 2 weekends ago with his wife Rebecca Rojamin. Rebecca Rojamin.
I have to say, her line at Terrificon, the convention we just went, she might have had the longest line.
Huge line. And he was out there taking pictures for free.
Yes. Have a good night, Josh. Thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Thanks for stopping by, Josh.
And hello, Sean.
Hello, Sean.
Goodbye.
Glad you could join us at the tail end of the stream.
I know. So I remember when the show came out.
Yeah.
The problem is, as someone who's not seen Star Wars animated shows, I feel like there's others I would have to prioritize.
I think Resistance' biggest problem was it came out like right after Rebels. And Rebels is peak Star Wars to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can never get into Resistance the way I got into Rebels.
Unfortunately. Well, thank you guys so much,
right.
though. I think, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
And you guys definitely had a lot of great ideas of content we can do. And trust us, we'd love to do everything. So hopefully we get there one day.
Yeah, and if you guys have any ideas for us, or if you know you want us to cover anything, let us know in the comments. Oh, hi, Ong.
Oh, hi, Ong.
Oh
no.
Oh no.
Did Shyamalan name you?
No, Shyamalan.
Oh, also, I'll get these two last Oh man, a few last comments. Man, you guys keep coming.
Yeah, you did, but don't worry. Ong, we did say that we are going to be doing these more frequently.
Yes.
We're going to try and do them once a week. So if you did miss today's, we catch us next week. We'll try. We're going to try and do these more often and do them once a week.
Absolutely.
We're trying to figure out what's the best day and time for as many people as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So let us know. Let us know in the comments if you're watching. Let us know.
Yeah.
What's the best availability?
Was this great? Did it suck in another day or time be better? Definitely leave us a comment. But thank you. I'll get these last couple. Will Meister. Speaking of the former ABC Family and superhero shows, I know it's bad, but I loved the Birds of Prey TV series. Say what you will. But it kind of got right with the movie, which I liked didn't. For what I know about Birds of Prey, that's not inaccurate.
100%. Listen, it was bad, but I watched every single episode.
And let me just say this. I know nothing. I shouldn't say I know nothing. I'm not familiar with Birds of Prey, but from what you've told me and what I've read about it, it sounds great. And I do hate that the movie didn't tackle certain aspects of
that
them.
They really robbed a story about two women overcoming their traumas and finding strength in each other, and just kind of telling a Harley Quinn breakup story.
Yeah.
And not that Harley Quinn doesn't have her own trauma and her own, but it should have just been a Harley Quinn movie. They shouldn't have tacked on the Birds of Prey to that.
And no Barbara.
And especially with no Barbara, which is very insulting to me, and also ruining Cassandra Cain.
They could have just made her a random kid.
Any kid. Made her Holly Robinson. Any kid.
Gotham's Catwoman was perfect because she looked like...
She was. Cameron, she was Italian. I can't remember her last name, but she was great. And she was a terrific performer as well.
I'm sure they absolutely are. I'm open to watching them.
We'll definitely put it on the list of things to cover.
Mm-hmm.
Man, someone talked about Last Airbender and Korra. I would love to do reactions to Last Airbender. Maybe leading up to when the live action series comes, because I would love to cover that. Maybe when there's a lull in
content
after we do One Piece, and kind of when there's nothing that and Superman's over
and all MCU is over
and all the MCU Disney Plus series for the years are done. We'll probably pick up on that because that's also. It's one of my favorite shows of all time.
I think it's one of the best shows.
And I've been dying to rewatch it. So
absolutely. Anime D Senpai, thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I hope we're not distracting you in a bad way.
I hope we are distracting you in a good way.
Yes. Oh man. Thanks so much, Ung.
Thanks, Ung.
Yes. Oh yes. Thanks so much for watching. We appreciate it.
Thank you, dude. Are you kidding me?
That's awesome, Kate.
That's dope. That's really cool.
See you later, Uncle Brian. Thanks so much. I love coffee personally, so you enjoy that.
Yes, can't wait to see you Morphin Monday. Oh, hi, Zach.
Oh, hi.
Hi, bud.
Oh, there's that movie that has a really confusing release this week.
I can't understand what he's saying. Does anyone speak Donatello?
Oh, no.
Slander. The ultimate slander.
You're dead to him now.
No, we're besties. We're best buddies. Confirmed.
That is his proper name, though.
That's his real name. That's his exoskeleton name.
Well, honestly, thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much. We love doing this. We love getting to talk to you guys. Like we said, we want to do this more often. We will try and do this periodically. I keep saying that's my word of the night, periodically. We're going to try and do this weekly. So let us know. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Does this time work for you? Does it not? Would you want us to do it on Saturdays, Thursdays?
Also, if you enjoyed the tier list, let us know. If you want us to do something else or cover other topics, let us know that too. Just whatever keeps you guys engaged, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Thanks, James. That is my prized possession in my collection. That is a Full Metal 1/1 replica of Chris Evans' Captain America shield. That was actually a gift from my mom. So it means that it has a lot of sentimental value for me. So thank you. And it's definitely I like to display it very proudly.
And it looks amazing. If we get a chance to listen to them.
What about a reaction video first?
Yeah, let's do
Maybe you're
that.
gonna get that.
And yeah, because the problem is we're not as familiar with them, so we'd have to do research. But yeah, once again, thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday evening and a wonderful weekend and Power Rangers month. So
yeah, enjoy your Pizza Fridays.
Can I say it this time?
Yeah, go for it.
Have a good night, guys, and stay versed.